What's up, guys? Tech Peasants Podcast, episode 12.
All right, it's been a couple weeks.
Yep.
And we have Jonathan here.
Whoa!
Hello.
We waited so Jonathan could get back.
Jonathan's here. Holy shit!
Yeah, this is the first time we've interacted since I got here.
It's a voice recording.
Oh,
He's not really here. It's just
Hello.
Jonathan, he's finally back from New York.
Hello.
He's only gonna be here for like 2 days.
Really?
So we might as well.
Yep.
So we decided to just
Fucking serious?
snap that shit up, and we're gonna do a quick Tech Peasant podcast.
I leave Monday because I'm a busy man. A busy
Yep,
boy.
he's going back to school across the state.
No, I'm going. Yeah.
No,
No,
only in Miami.
But yeah, we occasionally talk about video games on this podcast.
Yep.
And we got a lot of topics today, more than last week, last episode actually. But we're just gonna fly through certain topics because some of us just don't care about.
Hopefully,
certain
hopefully you can relate.
Just one question. Are we going to do the thing we did at the end of the last one?
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm going to be posing the question this week.
All right.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So
I don't know what
let's
that
go ahead
is.
and get started. The first topic, both Destiny 2 and Knack 2 had betas recently. Destiny 2 had one on PC. Knack 2 got one on PS4. Destiny's already ended. Knack, so you can still download right now. Knack actually has cooperative play, so we can play that later.
Cool.
Destiny 2's already ended because Bungie's a bitch. And I played it with my friend Jeffrey. We played everything in the beta. Really fun. Good port. Very good port. It was optimized. The mouse felt good. Controls.
It was a game.
It was a
Yes.
game.
It
It looked
played.
great. It ran great.
The controller worked.
There was a character in the game.
I feel like there was a few more actually. You might. I've researched this. You don't know.
There were at least 3. No, 4.
No,
Oh, it's
3.
Overwatch, so there has to be more to it.
I
Oh, yeah,
prefer
wrong
the
game.
porn over crotch.
But yeah, game was fun. I'm getting it on PC. I actually recommend console players to not buy that game because it is so bad on console.
What, Destiny 2?
Yeah, the
Well,
30
it's bad in
frames.
general.
The 30 frames on console. Holy shit! I can't go back to that version now.
I recommend the console players to actually get it more because of Savanti's negative.
Oh yeah, I
Negativity.
forgot Jonathan's always the contrarian. Always.
I recommend
And
this.
that's
some
Kevon.
That's Kevon's
That's
whole ass.
Kevon.
I'm always the
I'm not a fucking contrarian.
Yes, you are.
Bitch.
Yeah, you're right. You're just a cunt.
prime
Yeah,
example.
that's
I want a compilation of all the times you've like
I'll be as long as the actual
Contract-
podcast.
contracted. Every time you contracted some form of STD. I want a compilation. I want a top 10.
Top
of it.
10.
Make
I
sure
can
you
give, I
film
can
the
give you a
future
top
one.
0.
So
Back to the topic.
But yeah,
back to the
good,
not
good,
topic.
good PC port, which is unfortunately very rare nowadays. So support it. Don't support the console version though. That's a piece of shit.
Get that shit.
Knack 2, game of the year. Knack 2, baby.
What?
What's Knack? What's a Knack? That sounds
Knack
like
was a
disease.
PS4 launch game.
Go.
You play as this
Oh, that like little robotic
yeah, you can
part. It looks
The
like
shape thing.
Knack.
It looks like a fucking kid made it.
Knack, more like ball sack because it sucks balls.
you just suck at it. That game was actually
I've never actually played it.
the game was actually very hard. That's where the majority of the value came from it.
All right, let's start the pun counter at 1.
I'm not even keeping
Wow.
a count because it would be a billion.
That'd be too much. That's too
I'm
much
counting.
editing for
I'm
us.
counting. I'll count.
But
I'm gonna try.
Thank
yeah,
you, you're doing God's work.
they put out a demo for the second one. Very improved. They added some new moves. They got rid of some stupid things in the first game, like how all you basically could do was a few punches, dodge, and that's it. They fixed that shit. Combat's better. Graphics are simpler, but it runs at a higher frame rate. Because the first one would jump from like 24 frames up to 60. So, much better there. It's free right now on PSN, like 2 gigs. Go ahead and check it out. Like I said, it has cooperative play as well, though, too, so we can play that afterwards.
Go.
So,
Are we gonna record this or is it just gonna?
probably it's next.
We'll have a behind the scenes episode.
It's game of the year.
For our
edition.
Patreon members, we'll have us.
After Audible supports us on the podcast, we're gonna.
We're not
be,
shutting out Audible
that.
for free, though. So, no.
But yeah,
If you
we're
want to help us out, with the
Audible.
podcast
We're
stuff, go
open
ahead. But
Audible.
anyway,
For any of you deaf people, yeah, I don't know how you're listening to this.
Daniel.
So
I'm sure
Audible
you-
is not
Daniel.
for you.
I'm not sure how you found this, but we support your support. And
I
it's
love
great.
Techbusters podcast. Just nothing but silence.
We're opening the wiki soon enough.
Oh,
You can
God.
you can check out all our information on that in about a
Closed
few
captioning
months.
brought to you
Years.
by AIDS.
This shit went left already.
Let's go ahead and go to the next topic.
If it's not obvious, we really don't care about that first topic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Destiny 2, I mean, Bungie can hold an L for that franchise because they did terrible things. Knack was a cute little kid's game.
Terrible thing.
Even the creator said it's just a person's second choice.
What fucking terrible things did they do?
They
Oh, okay. Well, here's one example.
Did they abuse their child?
Are they literally Hitler?
Yes.
Are they?
Oh.
Here's one example that they did. They basically,
Oh, yeah, my phone's
the first game came out. They had DLC. God damn it. They had DLC for it. If you didn't buy that DLC, you lost access to certain things in the game.
No shit.
No, like I mean, like stuff that you could do day one, you couldn't do it anymore because of the new DLC. Like, oh, you can't play this mode anymore because we have the DLC maps in that rotation, so you're just limited to this one mode now.
Well, like I can see that. I understand that. I wouldn't classify it in the terrible things list, but
I would, because like people compared it to like, oh, you bought this couch, we're gonna come back and cut half of it off and take it away until you buy the new Kutch, I don't know,
Cuck.
the new cut count.
You gotta buy this
Buy the new
alternate color,
dildo sword DLC.
buy this color, and you'll get the rest of it back. But you
Well-
had the full couch before.
Well, like that's why I always usually like wait before I buy a game. I give it
Yeah,
like a
same.
few,
Never buy a
like a
game day one.
year or so.
Yep.
Never pre-order.
Never
'cause
buy a
that's
Destiny
stupid.
game day one because they will.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
I mean,
you.
pre-order it depends, but yeah.
I mean, like unless I am.
If it's online
certain-
only, I ain't buying
the
that
the
shit
only
day one.
time I can 100% pre-order a game without
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Yep, saw that coming.
That's a topic later too.
Understandable.
But
Understandable.
yeah, so yeah, Destiny 2, Knack 2. But
Go.
next topic we'll fly by this. Sony's got 2 more conferences later this year. My bad, actually 3. They have a Tokyo Game Show conference on September 19th,
Lit.
a Paris Games Week conference on October 30th,
Lit.
and a PlayStation Experience conference on December 9th.
It's not PSX.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully, at one of these, they can redeem themselves from that god-awful E3 conference they had.
That was
wasn't-
terrible.
It was bad.
I didn't. Know.
It wasn't that it was bad. It was that they.
It was short.
There was
terrible.
no hype at all for that conference. There were no amazing reveals. Like nothing
They
that
put
had
more
all of
money
us.
in the effects. The
Wait, are we
conference.
talking about their E3?
Yeah,
Oh, I mean Shadow of the Colossus.
that. But like, I'm like, there was nothing there that mirrored.
Man, that E3 conference sucked. What are you talking about? E3?
I was sorry, I wasn't fully paying attention. I was watching the numbers to make sure everything's running smoothly.
Numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Oh my god.
You didn't get that reference?
No, I didn't.
Fuck. Okay, but anyway,
God, I love you.
the
You're
E3
talking about
conference
love.
didn't have this one. Didn't have anything amazing in it. Like one year we got Horizon and God of War. Then we got Final Fantasy VII remake.
That's
This
still
year
no
it was
fucking release date.
there was Last Guardian, which
Nobody's-
that's awesome, but
Hasn't been
Nobody's
released yet?
hyped for the Final Fantasy VII remake anymore.
no, yeah, but at the time people were hyped
episodic-
as shit.
I mean, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
of
years
course.
ago.
Like there was nothing like
Yeah.
that at this E3. Like Spider-Man looked awesome, but that's not a thing you
Well, I
could
can't-
close the show on.
I'm excited as fuck for Spider-Man.
Then-
I'm
yeah.
excited for sure.
I can't wait.
Just like there was nothing at this E3 that was we were so disappointed. They had a
Like,
pre-show
that's it?
that was arguably better than the
Yeah.
actual conference.
I still don't understand that. Like, how are you gonna swing your dick around with like,
a
oh,
pre-show.
we have so much stuff, we have to have a pre-show, and then you cut it by an hour.
That's Sony.
You cut the main show by an hour. That
That's
doesn't
Sony
make
when they
any
win.
sense to me.
Yeah,
Like, how are you gonna swing your dick around? Like, how the fuck?
yeah.
How
can't.
will you
The
swing
best
your
things at
dick around?
E3 were Spider-Man, that Lost Legacy trailer, God of War trailer, and the Last Guardian, and that's like half the things they showed total.
Yeah.
So half of it was good, but
Last
like
Guardian?
Shadow Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Same developer,
So, yeah.
same art style.
But yeah, that's all they had at E3. So hopefully they can redeem themselves with one of these conferences.
Hopefully
PSX last
PSX.
year was fucking amazing.
Wasn't that the one where
They showed off. They
Last of Us
started
2?
out with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Lit.
They showed off Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy gameplay.
sold like
They
hotcakes?
ended. My bad. They actually began it with Lost Legacy announcement. Then Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Then there was a bunch of stuff in between I'm not mentioning. Then they did
Was that the one where they
remasters.
was that the one where they unveiled the triple layer cake design for the Pro?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That was something else.
Was it triple
And then they
layer
ended
cake
PSX
design?
with Last of Us
Crow.
2. I mean,
No, 'cause
that
the Pro
conference was
looks like a
freaking
triple layer
amazing.
cake.
I was hype as hell after that conference came out. I'm like, damn, we got a lot of stuff to look forward
I
to.
was at work, but yeah, I heard the news.
So I know they're not going to be able to
living a
top
life.
that this year. Hopefully they can at least make one good and redeem E3. So yeah, that's that. They got 3 conferences. I expect 2 of them to be trash. I mean, Paris Games Week, that's going to be trash.
You should release like a calendar, and like all the future events coming up, like you dictate whether it's gonna be trash or not.
Trash.
And then like we
Trash.
have like a counter of how right you are.
So it's like a variation of Bed Wed Dead.
What?
Bed Wed Dead.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Fuck Kill Mary.
Context.
Oh,
Comparing
fuck
it to that
Kill
game.
The fuck's
Yeah.
Bed
No.
Wed
Yeah.
Dead?
It's an alternative name.
I've never heard it that way.
Yeah,
Bed Wed. Okay, I see it now.
I see it, but
I see
it's
it,
just,
I've never heard
never
that way.
of it
That was like a white neighborhood.
I
version
see your
of it.
intelligence didn't fly back with you from New
Oh, no,
York.
Okay, that's just a matter of
the
not
heck-
hearing.
Who the hell?
Who the hell have you heard say
Like
Bed
I've
Wed?
never heard Bed Wed
Me
Dead.
neither. I knew what it was,
either
but like, who
Fuck,
the fuck
Kill,
else
or
is
Marry.
like,
I thought you screwed up on saying Red Dead Redemption.
The bed. I think you said like the wet bed dead or something like that. The wet bed redemption.
No. That's what Jay thought he was
That's the
saying
name
for a
of our
second.
podcast.
Shit going left. All right.
Yeah, that's cute.
Next topic.
Next topic.
We're gonna fly by this one. Overwatch got a deathmatch
Isolate.
mode.
Let's just skip it. We don't care.
I'm just gonna say for people watching, Overwatch got a deathmatch mode finally after
Wait,
years.
it didn't fucking have one?
Nope.
Now I'm not gonna play it.
Gotta love Blizzard's bullshit. They got a deathmatch mode in a new
Okay.
map called Junkertown.
An online-only shooter without TDM.
Yep.
Go next to the
I don't know
top.
how-
Next
why the
topic.
game's
Yeah,
popular.
Next
Yeah,
topic.
that's
don't
it.
like it.
Deathmatch in a new map. So next topic, more trash. Call of
Also
Duty World
made
War
us
II
pay.
beta.
I sleep.
Now, a lot of people were hyped for this game, and it's trash, as I expected, because Sledgehammer should have made Advanced Warfare 2 instead of going back to yet another World War II shooter. Another.
I don't see how people thought it was going to be good.
They thought
I
it
don't
was
see it.
just because it was going back to the typical Call of Duty. They thought, oh, it'll be great. I'm like, now the
going-
campaign I believe will be good,
Going
but
back
the
to their
multiplayer
roots.
I knew that was going to be trash. The multiplayer is going to
Figured.
continue to be trash because it's got a
How
certain
bad?
player base. Well, like for
Ghost
one,
bad?
not Ghost bad. It's just it's not Black Ops. It's
Well, I mean, it's just like all these Call of Duty fans or like military first-person shooter fans that are like up history's cock.
Right.
Like they want nothing but World War I and II and all that
Yeah.
shit.
It's
And
gonna
like,
sell like
it-
crazy.
yeah.
It's still gonna sell.
They ripped off Battlefield 1. They
Like,
got
unle-
like a bayonet charge and shit in there now.
Unless we have like another war coming up, then
We
like
do.
they're gonna fucking like start making games about that. You're gonna play as Kim Jong Un shooting up Americans.
It's like Battlefront. You can pick him as the character.
He's like the Darth Vader.
I think it's Jonathan that would require them to actually have effective weaponry.
Ah shit.
It's just nothing but nuclear nukes the entire
You
time.
just shoot him down. It's really launch.
North Korea is just gonna have like rocket ships, and then America's gonna have like one pistol, and,
And the
it's just gonna
developer
do
always
it.
sneaks in a subplot about Russia. Always.
It's always,
Russia has to be
The
involved.
after
somehow.
credits scene is Paul Ryan meeting with.
No, they have like DLC.
And they're like, everything worked according to plan. We're getting political. Let's stop.
if
World
there's
War
like
II.
if there's DLC, it's gonna be the interview movie. You just get to replay it, but in game form. It's gonna be Life is
Beta-
Strange.
So yeah,
the
Beta's
interview,
trash.
the video game.
It doesn't look good.
War is strange.
It hurt. It doesn't control good.
There we go.
And yeah, and then like there's lag. Of course, they say it's on dedicated servers, but I think they're bullshitting.
That's bullshit.
And they added some new modes and stuff. It's not different. They have not updated the game's core mechanics
That's Call of Duty.
at
for
all, and that's just holding the game back. But the fanboys will still buy it. So
I mean,
we're just
you. It's gonna sell.
we're
Games like
speaking how
that,
they are at this point.
games like that sell all the time though.
Yeah.
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 It has Call of Duty on the title.
It's
so
like the
gonna-
Transformers of video games.
Yep.
those
So
sell.
yep. Next topic.
Yeah, the Transformers are like one of the most like
You haven't.
Best
Oh, they
selling
make a
movies.
shit ton. The last one actually flopped.
I know that.
But the first one made 700 million. The second one made 900 million or 800 million.
I
One
have
of
no
them.
idea.
The third one made over $1 billion.
like literally.
The fourth one made over $1 billion.
He said like, even if it is shit, you guys are gonna watch it.
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
And people did. Not for
Not
this
me.
new one, but for
I
the first
didn't.
one.
I will not.
Now this
support
new one
another
flopped, and it
Transformer.
deserves to because that was the worst one.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the games.
No.
He was comparing it to the movies.
Fuck the games.
Oh, that's what I mean. Oh, no.
The only good, the only good Transformers
Have you heard
games
of
are
a
the
new
ones
Transformers
by
game?
High Moon.
The last one I heard of was the one that Platinum made.
Was that the cartoon?
Oh,
Yeah.
Devastation.
Okay. Yeah,
that was
that's-
Transformers
That's the
Devastation.
last one I heard about.
Yeah.
I just
The only
don't
good
care for
Transformers games are the
Transformers.
War for Cybertron and the Fall of Cybertron.
Okay, yeah, I know the movies sell like hotcakes.
The High Moon games are good, but the rest of them trash.
I just don't like children. Looks at you slowly.
Oh my god.
So continue.
But yeah, next topic.
Next.
Microsoft had a Gamescom conference. It was
Not
hot
bad.
trash.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was hot trash.
I don't understand. I don't think you guys understand. It was hot track. Can we be louder? Can I yell?
Hot trash.
Please don't.
It
You'll
was
clip,
the
you'll
most
clip the
trash.
microphone.
It was terrible. I was legit almost fell asleep. And I was watching someone else's video afterwards. He
Sounds
grabbed
like
a
this
blanket
podcast.
in his chair.
Can we repeat that statement? I was legit almost fell asleep.
That's
Yes.
how I legit almost fell asleep.
I was legitimately almost fell asleep.
That's
Legit
how
almost
bullshit
fell
it was.
asleep.
Okay.
The person
So I
that
watched someone else's live stream later. They grabbed the blanket and almost fell asleep in their chair. I'm like, damn.
I was right outside their window
It,
watching.
it was like
Just saw them and they
Welcome to the
covered
it was
Sleep
like an
podcast.
E3 rehash, but they didn't have any of the good games. But they announced a new Minecraft themed Xbox One, and they announced that the Xbox One X pre-orders were going live.
I really like the controller designs for that new Minecraft Xbox.
I have
You
not
just have
seen
a
it.
hard on for the Xbox One controller.
I do. It's my favorite controller.
Just ever.
Yeah,
I really
pretty
like
much.
the 360 controller, even though it has the duck
I like the 360
web
more.
thing.
but-
Anything
yeah.
PS3 or PS4 is my favorite.
Fucking fan.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
they have two controller designs for the new Minecraft Xbox One S, and you can actually get the controllers just by themselves. It's alright. I won't crucify you this time for bumping the microphone
How
stand.
fucking dare you, so
What the fuck?
You're
The
taking
first-
the quality was up here.
Fucking sorry.
My hand is in the air, and
Oh,
now
I-
the quality's down here.
It's on
And my
the
hand's in the floor.
In the floor.
That
in the
was
floor.
retarded.
That really was.
I have to explain because it's not visual.
Next, anyway.
The first design is of a creeper, and the second one is a pig.
Cool.
And I
Why
like
a
them
pig?
I want an Enderman
Because-
design.
I feel like
because pink. They gotta
Yeah,
they gotta
Enderman-
get to that female demographic. Females are gamers, don't you know? According to every single female journalist ever.
I
but
didn't
yes,
know
because
an
that.
that needed to be
Enderman
said.
controller would be awesome.
They'll look badass.
But-
didn't-
yeah,
I
Enderman
so-
controller would be
I
amazing.
didn't know
I
when
want
you
a
played
wither
games.
Conference was
Skeleton controller.
trash.
For- I
The
want
highlight of
a
the
gas
conference,
controller.
just
I
like
want a
EA's,
gas.
was when this hot shit came on this onto the set for representing Cuphead, and she was wearing like leather pants. That was the highlight of that whole conference. So you know your conference is shit when a hot woman is the only thing that can save it. So that was, I'm just saying.
That is misogynistic.
I'm speaking the straight truth. The best thing about that conference was her wearing those leather pants.
Nothing else.
The Vanguard,
If she was
more
wa-
like the Thought Guard. What the
The
fuck?
thirst guard.
if she was, if she was wearing jeans,
Well, meant
no.
to be hose. You're
no,
a
I
hoe.
don't like it.
Oh,
But
like
as
leather.
soon as she puts on the leather,
Hey,
that
bro.
dead animal.
my
Ooh,
dick
ooh.
goes up in the air.
Ooh, that
It
leather
goes
makes me go.
Hey, bro. She could have slayed anything, but that's beyond the point. Conference was trash. She was the highlight. And they announced the Scorpio pre-orders were live.
I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't understand.
I'm
Conference
just,
trash.
the conference was
She was-
terrible. She was the highlight.
I know, but like, what, does she have personality? Is she just walking?
No,
fucking,
he's attracted to her body. That's
Is
it.
she just a walking
He wants to
fucking
smash.
show for you?
Like EA's conference, where that one girl was the highlight, Janita Gavankar, I think her
Can
name
we
was.
move on?
God, you fucking remember her name?
I feel
Yeah,
dirty.
you look this shit up.
Fucking creepy ass.
How do you forget a name like that?
Okay, I don't give
literally,
a shit
Savati,
about
I
it.
literally just forgot it. What was it again?
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
I don't
Shit on
know.
Savanti
I heard you need
podcast.
Where we occasionally talk about video games.
Anyway, the fucking they announced the Scorpio Edition of the Xbox One.
That's cool.
That it's the only difference is it has Scorpio written on the console and on the controller.
That's cool.
Not important at all.
It's a game.
Irrelevant. And that was that. Conference was trash. The console is probably going to be trash.
I want a
but
version of the
that's hate,
It's
so I'm
just
not going to say
in. Women
that.
are hot.
I want a version of the console with just her jeans on it. That's all it is.
I'd buy it.
It would sell.
An Xbox One S covered in leather.
Xbox One sex. That's me
God
clapping.
dang it, I'm so this loud.
I mean, they got the S and they got the X. They just need an Xbox
Yeah,
One E.
Jonathan, you know what? Keep clapping. Let's just convey the echo in the room to everyone.
Hey, we don't have a sound room.
No,
We're
we
just in a
don't.
living room.
They're basically pulling a Tesla. They got the Model S and the Model X.
All right, let's continue.
But anyway, that's that.
Fucking nerd.
Speaking of Taco Bell, still though, they have this promotion going on right now with Taco Bell.
Where you can tinkle outside the binkle.
Yeah.
Don't flip me
Anyway.
off, you motherfucker.
But
Thirsty,
yeah,
sawed-ass motherfucker.
Whoa.
I'll take any offense to that statement. So
And-
fuck you.
Talking about
You're
Taco
a
Bell
hoe.
really brings out the,
Thank
the
you.
heat.
But
Sponsored by Taco
Shit,
Bell.
went so left.
But yeah, so Taco Bell's got a promotion. It started on the 31st of August. Every 10 minutes, someone can win an Xbox One X by getting the $5 box they have. You just text the code to a number.
Well,
have a
we
chance to
know
win.
where Savanti wants to eat after this.
I know
Yep.
where I want to eat after. I
Now,
know I
I-
want to
I
eat this
got-
every day.
Now, a lot of people are saying this is
I
bullshit.
love
I
Taco
can't-
Bell.
A lot of people are going to say this is bullshit. No one wins those things. I can
Support
actually
us.
confirm that these things were legit because that's how I got my PS4. So these aren't a scam. It's actually legit. You can actually win this if you get lucky enough.
It's the biggest scam since the Wii U.
Shit.
Switch, you mean?
What's the difference?
You're not wrong.
Well, Switch actually has more games already, but
What the fuck?
You mean
No.
the
it
Wii
kind
U?
of does.
Between the Wii U and the
Ah,
Switch?
You mean
Wii
like
U's got more games, bro.
do you mean like good games or just games in general?
The Wii U has good
Well,
games. What the fuck?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not.
I'm shitting on
I'm not saying
Savanti.
anything. I'm just stirring the pot of shit.
You're
He
damn
who
right.
stirs the pot must lick the spoon.
I am stirring the pot of
Well,
dirty
Wii
mac
does
and
have a Zelda,
cheese
so
that is
I
this
rescind that
podcast.
statement. But
Do you like get a handful of dirt and then like?
Yeah.
Please don't mix macaroni into the microphone.
too much cheese.
It's a good thing I was
What
making
a
this pot of
macaroni.
macaroni off to the
Sitting on
side.
solo left. But yeah, that's that. Promotion ends on October 4th. If you don't mind shitting yourself with Taco Bell, you have a chance to win an Xbox One X.
Who shits after they eat Taco Bell?
Yeah,
A lot
I've
of
seen the
people do
memes.
actually.
I have never done that.
Me either, but
I
there's a
shit
ton of memes
after I
on
eat
it.
Wendy's.
I know the memes about it. I'm just saying, like
Haven't you ever
Like-
seen the "Why do I always have diarrhea" starter pack?
people always feel like they have to shit after eating
Anything.
anything that's not a hamburger.
Well, like most
Except
Spanish.
Kevon, he shits after he eats
Kevon
Wendy's.
Well, I
shits
get number
after
2, so it makes sense.
Kevon
Yeah.
shits after
damn it.
Wendy's. Like Kevon shits after Wendy's. Daniel shits after Chipotle.
Yeah, that's true.
John shits after eating his own food.
It is a natural bodily function, and I will not be ashamed.
Facts.
No,
Then
but
I
it-
put it in my food.
it's like a psychological trigger that happens instantly after you eat certain
That
foods.
shit.
Like I make pasta, and I'm like, well, I have made a mistake.
No, you made pasta, not steak.
Pasta was a mistake.
Pasta with steak?
Going
That
Ramsay
sounds pretty
27.
good.
That sounds amazing, actually.
I mean, yeah.
Next
topic.
I was gonna chef this up.
God, so left.
Chef Peasants podcast.
I can teach you guys how to make some fucking pasta.
Instead of talking about games, let's just have Jonathan teach us how to fucking
It's
cook.
like, do you want to know how to fucking blanch fries?
Unrelated.
Do it. No. Let's do that.
I can
Go ahead,
blanch the
talk.
fuck out of some fries now. I can't do much on this earth, but I can blanch fries.
So blanching is a method where okay,
Blanching
just go.
green beans? I'm a fucking genius.
Wow. All right, go.
All right, the
Savanti.
fucking PS Plus games for this month.
Savanti.
They actually got some good games for once.
Yawn.
You can get Infamous Second Son.
Okay, not yawn.
You can get this game called Strike Sector EZ, which
Ooh.
it's this like it's a flying combat game. Like
Right.
you know how Ratchet and Clank Going Commando had those flying sections?
Uh-huh.
Not that bullshit though.
They weren't that bad.
Nah, bruh. Going Commando flying sections.
You look betrayed.
They weren't that bad.
You
I've
look
heard
like
you
your
complain
trust
about
was
them, too.
broken.
You've complained about them before.
I have, but
Yeah.
they were...
I'm just saying it's not as crazy as that.
Oh, okay.
And you can do like you can snipe. It's a really weird game, but it looks fun.
Is it free to play?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it was on PC, but on PS4
Oh,
they
they put it
charge
on
because
Plus.
console peasants.
yeah.
But so yeah, it's on Plus. Pick it up there.
So it's free. Okay.
Then the trash games on the other consoles. Something called Truck Racer on PS3.
Trash
That's
racer.
the sequel to Big Rigs.
Oh god. Something called
Confirmed.
Handball
really?
2016. We Are Doomed on PS Vita. Hey, look, they made a game based off the Vita.
Off the what?
The game called We Are Doomed on the Vita. Kind of fitting.
That's true, yeah.
Oh man.
And then the game called Hatoful Boyfriend. I've heard of that.
Yes,
Hatoful
I
Boyfriend?
fucking love that game so much.
That's
I
on
love how
Vita
Jonathan
as
uses
well.
it.
It is
No, it's
it is-
amazing. It's a dating simulation where you date birds.
You date pigeons.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's awesome.
amazing.
I have this game. I have
That's
the
free on
Christmas
Vita
special.
and crossplay with PS4
I
for this
I
one.
have all the
I bought
endings.
all the merchandise. I have a shrine.
Yeah, you
I
bought
am-
all the merchandise.
Merchandise.
I
God damn it.
I
I shit my
fries in their name.
I shit myself with Ryoku. He's the best. He's the best character.
Did you say you shit yourself? Or
I
you
ship
Ship.
myself.
Okay.
You should.
I
Yeah.
heard shit.
I heard shit.
I shit when I eat
Shit
pigeons.
Rocky up.
You guys, is that what you want to hear?
I love how this is the
Yes.
first thing
Is this
you
the-
interested in.
Is this the pod?
This is the
Because I actually know a lot about Hatoful Boyfriend. I did not expect this.
We've tickled the cum nerve, Jonathan.
If you want to get me to talk about something, fucking bring that up. I've been really into dating sims.
Talk about
That's
fucking
the only
birds.
show on the whole podcast,
I haven't
so-
played any, but I think they're
I love
cool.
dating sims.
Um,
I mean, I'll add to my library. It's free for the month.
Katawa Shujo, that's a really
Yeah.
good one. Is where you date handicapped girls.
It's actually it has
I've
a
heard
really
of
good
that,
story.
actually.
It's
It's a
It sounds
free to
dark
play
when you
game.
think
You
about it
just
longer.
download it online.
It's
I've
like
heard about that.
it's such a high quality game.
the
it's
music
free.
is great.
Like it's a long you can spend hours. I spent like fucking
it's a multiple day kind
like
of game.
15 hours or so on it.
I'm a
Probably
normie,
more.
so I like Honey Pop because tits and veg.
Yeah, but that's not a dating sim. That's a puzzle fucking sim.
Yeah.
You literally you don't connect
fucking
with
them with
any of the
puzzle
characters.
tits.
No type of bond between the characters.
Yeah, you just you talk to them until you can get inside their pants.
That's not the point. It's tits.
The point
the
of
point
life.
of the game is
Before
to
you
fuck.
Can,
I know.
You can get in my
That's the game of
panties.
life.
You have to solve my maze.
Oh my god.
Lex Luthor, what the fuck?
I'd fuck Lex Luthor.
Bro, that
course
bald
you
head.
would.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Bald head as everyone looks at me.
Next topic.
Fucking dated sims.
Can we talk about more about dating sims? I'm
No.
fucking
Let's
down
move
with
on
that.
to the next
We
topic.
need to get topics for those next time.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
you liked those that much.
I
All
think-
right, B.
Yeah.
Next,
Next
please.
topic though. It's a rumor that HTC might be selling off the VR part of their business.
What?
HTC is
Really?
a VR part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Not the Vive.
The
Oh!
The Vive. They
Sorry.
might be selling it off or spinning it off.
Why?
Why?
I don't. Well, VR is not exactly the most profitable right now.
Well, I
it's,
fucking
Well,
wonder
hopefully
why.
it makes it cheaper though.
it is. It did drop the price down.
Yeah,
to $600.
it's on sale like the Steam hardware.
Well,
stuff
it's
is
permanently
on.
$600. That's
That's
still
much
high,
better than
but
$800.
was yeah.
That was
It's,
bullshit.
it's alright.
Probably.
I have a like a little knockoff gear headset for my phone, so I'm good with VR.
Yeah, well, still, it sucks because the Vive was amazing. We all tried it.
Oh, the Vive was
yeah,
beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, it's,
Vive
it's
was
incredible.
Fantastic. So
Great resolution, great motion tracking.
Everything.
This-
Space Pirate Hunter Shooter,
yeah,
whatever
that
that, game
was
is.
fucking
Trainer
awesome.
That
amazing.
was incredible.
Oh my God.
I
I
love
need to get
that
good
game.
at that game.
I
to go
want to
back.
play that game more.
They've got new demos now. We should go back sometime. But for the first quarter of this year, they've sold 190,000 units, and the price will drop down to 600, as I just said. So yeah, I hope this isn't a true rumor, or if they do spin it off, hopefully the company that gets in charge of it manages to keep up the quality.
There might be some good to this, actually.
There could be, because then they can have a company focus solely on it.
Yeah, and then like
and that
maybe
would lower the prices.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I
Because
just
they've
want
got,
them to lower the prices.
I want my VR.
It's down to 600 permanently, and they're making new models now that are like completely wireless.
And you put that shit down to at least
So-
400.
That's
I was
cool.
about to say I would be so happy if they brought it down to 400.
Right.
I'd be
Like
happy
at
if they brought
least
it down
that'd be
to
in
$1.
the
Yeah,
ballpark
'cause
that I
that's the
can
price
actually
of the
do.
PSVR right now. If they can get that to 400. The PSVR will be even more like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because PSVR works, but oh god,
It-
there's a
it's
night
an
and day
affordable-
difference between that and the Vive.
Like, the only thing to me that it has going for it is just that it's an affordable
Yeah.
VR
The
platform.
The price,
Right.
yeah.
Like, if you have a PS4, you can have a good VR
Yeah.
system.
Well, you have to have a pro.
No, you can use
No,
normal
you can
PS4.
use normal.
You can use the OG?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
because they had the VR out before the Pro even was announced.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you
the
saying
Pro
you-
enhances VR even further.
Are you
but,
saying you didn't do your research,
I
Keelan?
didn't fucking know
Are you
this.
just
We don't
talking?
allow that on this podcast.
Oh, well, fuck. I should quit it then.
I've been studying up for this
All your
podcast.
fucking dating
And
simulators.
on my dating simulators, and I
I've
feel
been-
offended.
I've been blanching so many fries just for this occasion.
God damn.
I'm not doing that
But,
anymore.
yeah, VR is awesome. You
didn't
should
know
all
that,
find a chance to try it out because you can't see it from a screen. You gotta actually try it in person to see how awesome it really is.
Right.
Bring the prices down to something affordable, it'll blow up. Because I think VR is here to stay this time. It's not going to die out like all the other times it was tried.
I think they're just trying to take baby steps with it.
Yeah.
But what
It's
about
good.
the Virtual Boy?
Oh fucking hell!
All hail the Virtual Boy.
You go back on your rocking
Yeah.
chair, sir. We don't speak of that.
That red and black eye strain ass piece of shit.
I want a
Called a
remake.
meme.
That's why I said I think it's here to
Virtual
stay
man.
this time.
The virtual man.
Virtual
The
man.
40-year-old virtual man has a mustache on it, and it wears a wife beater, and
Why white beater though?
It's
it
a-
comes with a free beer bottle.
Instead of red and black, it'll be red and gray. It's grown up a bit. It doesn't have its It doesn't have its shine.
Nintendo, get
It's
on
moved,
this.
it's moved out of its emo phase. RAR XD.
Ew.
Next topic.
Fucking alarm me.
So left. Next topic. So Sony was being a cunt about not
Oh,
allowing,
what else is
Sonny's-
new?
What a
About-
surprise.
about not allowing crossplay
Oh, Sony.
with Minecraft.
I heard
And they said they pretty much
Sonny.
don't want crossplay at all. It's not a goal for them right now. But Microsoft said they're still in talks with them about it. But Sony's probably being a stubborn little bitch, like how Microsoft was being last gen. They're trying to get back at them, but it's honestly just making them look like a piece of shit.
Savanti, I feel like you're the father of these companies. Like they're your children, and like they do something like defiant to you,
Yeah,
and you're
like,
like
son of a bitch.
these little bitches right here.
Hey, bro, I'm a paying customer. I determine whether they eat or not.
Nintendo was the firstborn.
Hey,
Nintendo
bro,
was
no,
the down.
the consumers need to come together and realize that we make these companies successful. We own these bitches. We make them work for us.
Nintendo.
People need to come together and
Have you
realize
seen
that.
how
hail
many
the
console
revolution.
slaves there are?
That's what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
problem. That's why I hate corporate slaves.
We need a revolution. We need to change this.
That's why I
Capitalism
hate
is
corporate
wrong.
slaves. That's how Xbox is in the position they're in right now.
Nintendo 2.
Oh yeah, Nintendo. especially.
Jonathan, no revolutions. The last time we had a revolution, we got the Wii.
Oh god.
Get it? Because that prototype name was Revolution.
I didn't know.
It was
I did not
revolutionary,
know that.
alright.
Yeah, the
I know you do your fucking research.
Oh yeah.
yeah, the prototype name for the Wii was Revolution.
Well, if you want me to know that, make a dating sim on the fucking console.
Damn it.
there is actually.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is. I don't remember what the name of it is,
Do
but
your
you.
research.
Wow.
God damn it.
Just Google it right now.
Hashtag do
I
your
need
research.
this on the desk by tomorrow.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
Professor, I didn't do my research.
So
Well, I got
Sony's
that.
being defiant about having crossplay, and then the Ark Survival dev actually got crossplay working between PS4 and Xbox One, but Sony's not allowing them to implement it
Who's Art
for reasons. It's this game that started off on early access on Steam. It still is in early access.
Pretty old game.
You like,
isn't it?
yeah,
What
you
is
like,
it?
you like walk around. There's
Oh,
like
Ark,
dinosaurs
yeah.
and
Ark
shit.
Survival.
It's a game on Steam that's kind of popular.
It's like dinosaurs.
It has a
With
really big
surviving.
controversy around it because everyone who bought it on early access, all of a sudden one day had DLC packs that were available in an early access game.
Oh.
DLC that you pay for separate in an early access game. What?
Yeah.
It's not even completed yet, but you
Yeah.
can buy extra
Go ahead and put
things.
some
Yeah,
fucking
you-
DLC in it.
I just, I don't know.
That's why I don't
I don't
really-
understand that decision.
I don't support early access stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure.
they
try
can
not to.
always
I'm about
stop.
It's
to possibly, but I
always-
still think I might wait.
It's always a risk.
Not for this game.
It's also kind of like Kickstarter, where you donate a shit ton of money.
Kickstarter's more risky.
Well, for a game that
Yeah.
either won't exist or
sucks.
just sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some gems out there, but like
Yeah, like Shovel
rare.
Knight's always the outlying gem of
That was
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter?
Undertale.
Shantae was
Oh,
Undertale's
shit.
Undertale's a Kickstarter.
Shantae was
Drifter is a Kickstarter.
Shantae was Kickstarter.
Shantae was Kickstarter,
Okay.
yes.
this one
Ukulele.
dating sim was a Kickstarter.
I'm
All
sure there
dating-
is one.
Most dating sims were probably Kickstarters.
I think Honey Pop actually was.
The fuck?
Was
that
that
fucking game literally fucking
was that
game?
one Normal Boots dating sim a
I
Kickstarter?
don't fucking remember, but I know
And
which
that's
one you're
what talking
talking
about
about.
on this podcast.
Jonathan.
Like, didn't expect that at all.
Fuck me for having
I'm
interest.
going with
I'm
this.
just saying, bro.
Didn't
I
expect
didn't
that
know
at
this.
all.
What was that dating sim that you were playing where it was a bunch of like really like moe style Japanese schoolgirls?
I'm interested.
Oh, that was for the
Weeb ass.
PlayStation.
That was yeah, I
And it
know.
was Japanese. I don't know the name. I think it was
What's it
like Love
called?
Test or something.
Give me the sauce.
I'll give you
Kevon,
the
they were
sauce.
like,
Bonds,
I
weeb
can't
ass.
remember.
Kevon, they were like
before.
14.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, that's
Keep the
everybody in
sauce still
fucking
interested.
Japan.
Keep the sauce.
Keep the sauce.
In Japan. Keep the lamb.
You know, you
sauce.
just want that leak in private. That's all you want.
Nah.
Yeah, bruh.
Go ahead, slide in my
Slide
DMs,
into
bro.
the. You said it before I could. Damn it.
Slide into my DMs.
But yeah, crossplay could potentially happen if Sony gets the stick out their butt. But that's that topic. Next one, real quick. Jack and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy is now
That's
out on
gay.
PS4.
I'm fully erect.
There was a pre-order bonus for people that pre-ordered Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Then, like the next day, they put it available for just standard purchase. And from what I've heard, it's a decent port. It's just using the PS2 emulator they have on there, so it up-renders it to 1080p with trophy support and everything.
Is it 60
I don't care. I'm
frames?
still erect.
It's 60 frames, although I heard it drops in a few spots.
Oh,
but
that's
that's
not
fine.
acceptable.
Fucking
I don't want
trash.
it.
That is
It's a
unacceptable,
terrible
actually.
game
Fucking
now.
trash.
Fucking
Yeah.
why the hell even bring it on?
I mean,
I played it on PS2 again. It drops on there too, so it's in the same
Bullshit.
spots.
yeah, the
Bullshit.
terrible,
I don't
terrible
think
game.
I've ever experienced drops.
I did on one.
Or maybe
spot.
if I
No.
did, I just didn't
I
notice.
barely-
Savanti has those pure eyes that can tell frames.
Yeah, you're right. I have those shit dirt cake eyes.
PC has fucked me up though. I can notice drops a lot more now, and I'm actually mad about that.
He's angry. He's an angry.
Because now I can spot, oh, that's 58 frames. I'm like, how the fuck can I tell it dropped that?
So you can tell the exact amount.
I can tell within like 3 frames. I can tell.
I can-
It's weird as hell how
I
it
can
happens.
tell if it's 60, 10,
Now if it goes
and
like,
like 1.
I
Like,
can tell
if it
30,
drops like 58,
45,
I'll be able to tell if
Yeah,
it goes
that's
60, but I
about
won't
it.
be able to tell what the exact frame is. I can't
it's
tell the
about
exact number,
45.
but within 3.
I mean, give it like 2 years, you will. After like you'll get like enhancements.
And then you'll be homeless because you spent your time worrying about something stupid like that.
Hey, bruh.
Daniel does not see frame
Like it
rates.
become Daniel can't talk on this topic because he's played shit at 5 frames.
Every game is equal.
Fucking hell, Daniel.
Every frame rate is equal to me.
All frame rates matter.
God damn it.
whether you're 30,
This man was
20,
playing
10,
Batman
I'll
at 5
fuck you
frames.
all.
He was playing Crisis at like 22, and we were like, what the hell? How are you playing this?
Because I wanted
wanna
to
play
play
the
it.
game.
you have
Man, you
more
were like, how are you
patience than
playing
any
this?
person I
Because
know.
if I fucking love the game, I'm gonna fucking play it.
I like that mentality though.
Like if I'm paying,
I played the crew at like 15 frames.
if I'm getting paid, if I paid $20 for a
And
game,
I guess what?
get your money's worth.
I polished my skills on that game, and I fucking beat the hardest challenges. So
At 15 frames.
I just
15
imagine
frames.
as soon as you like, if you get
This is
60
the-
frames,
this is the
like
real
you
game
can't
right
do
here.
it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's all off.
no, I can't do the
You
60.
be boss at 60.
Like you go to competitive and you go like, can someone lower the frames on this?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I prefer a smooth, solid 15 frames.
Cinematic 15 frames a second.
You know what? That could be a topic real quick to just squeeze in.
Oh Jesus!
Sea of Thieves. It's a game on Xbox One made by Rare.
Okay.
It's gonna have.
Oh, yeah, I heard
it's
about
gonna
that,
have
yeah.
an option to play at 540p, 15 frames per second.
Why?
If a,
Sounds- that sounds fine to me.
Because
Like, it's-
Nintendo 64.
I guess so.
if a computer can run it, let it. Like if like I'd rather have it that than be a hard as fuck game to run. Like and I have like a shitty
I mean, that's only
computer.
an option. Like you can, I think it's 60 frames, so that's an option though.
I'll play it
540p,
like that.
15 frames.
I'm okay with it.
I prefer it.
I'll do it. I'm
Bloody
sorry.
hell.
That's what's funny.
In fact, I wouldn't even touch the 60 frames option.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck is a VSync?
Oh god.
Okay, so squeeze that top again.
Thank you.
Next topic. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
I've seen a lot of gameplay of that.
That game pretty much blew the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm saying. Like,
It actually surpassed Dota 2 as the most played game
Are
on
you
Steam.
serious?
what?
Yeah, it got
God,
fucking.
It was the
Damn.
most
It
played
got
game on Steam.
crazy.
Not now, but it did at one day. Like it passed it.
But
as
still,
Steam
that's
players.
a huge
It
thing.
had over 877,000 people playing it at once.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's not the highest record. The highest record ever was Dota 2 reaching well over 1 million But still, this game is still selling. It just sold 8 million copies since launch. It's still in early access. Microsoft actually just made a partnership with them to help them finish the game and polish it and all that.
It's one of those games where like you just kind of run around like millions of people get spawned at once,
100.
and then you try to 100, and you try to survive.
It's
And
like
millions of
Unturned.
people.
Yeah,
at
so
once.
you either have to like
That sounds fun though.
Yeah, the
It's
thing
kind of
is,
like a scaled up Last of Us.
you either have to like kind of stay low and just kind of survive it out, or like tough it out, or go out and like murder everybody.
And take their shit.
It's smart to just play it safe and
It's kind of like DayZ or Unturned.
Huh.
there's a
I
electric
can see
fence.
why that would blow up though.
There's like an electric wall that was closed in, so you can't just stay in one spot the whole match. You gotta. It forces you.
Oh yeah.
This huge ass 8-kilometer map. It forces you into this small section, and then that's only when there's like 4 people left, and whoever's left standing out of that wins.
Whenever it first came out, like it starts off with everybody on a plane and like parachuting onto this island, and like they used to have the voices, everyone's voice chat open, so like people would just yell out like racist, dumb, like fucking bad. Yeah, people would just yell that shit as they're falling. It's fucking hilarious. Just hearing a wave of autism just fucking hit you. Or something like that. It's so funny.
Sometimes I love artists.
Oh my god! But yeah, the game it's blown up. It's only gonna sell more. More people keep playing it every day.
Is it still in early access or is it?
It's still in early access.
Damn.
But they are supporting it. They plan to release it, but everybody plans to release their game. But they got Microsoft support now, so this will most likely.
Oh, it'll be an Xbox release.
Yeah, it's coming out for the One X. Later this year.
I think I remember hearing about that too.
That was also part of the Gamescom conference.
I feel like I would only get it if I had friends who also have it.
Oh yeah,
I'm only
definitely.
getting it on
I
PC.
could
we all
not.
have.
I can play it.
Well,
myself.
actually, I don't think you can even play it, Daniel, because you'll probably get 5 frames.
I'll
He'll
make it
work
work.
it.
I'll put it at.
No, you will.
I will put the window at 480p if I have to.
Fucking anyone can do it. It will be.
He's already dead, but the game hasn't caught up yet. So he's still trying to shoot.
You're like, what the fuck happened? No, you'll survive because nobody will be able to shoot you.
It's true, yeah.
That game
like
is
teleport.
unoptimized as shit right now.
Huh?
That game is very unoptimized right
Oh,
now.
God.
Like even high-end computers can't run it at a respectable frame rate.
You
Like
need a beefy ass
1070, I could probably run it maxed out and get 50 frames. And my 1070 should be able to do way more than that. But great game so far. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna get it. It's only $30.
Really?
Yeah. They just announced like a new map. They keep adding weapons and cosmetics and stuff. So
Well, I mean, with that kind of support, I mean, you know,
Yeah, it's gonna blow
they've
up.
got plenty of funds to.
yeah, Microsoft
keep
picked it up. You
updating.
know it's big. So
Yeah.
and ironically enough, Microsoft helping them. They're gonna publish it on Xbox One, but it doesn't rule out a PS4 release in the future. So could happen. Probably be like a year from now because Microsoft's gonna want to hold on to it.
The one day that
But,
Microsoft and Sony fuse together as the perfect gaming company.
Sony Soft,
Sony Soft.
Micro Sony.
Microsoft.
Microstation.
Micro penis.
As soon as that happens, they'll release it, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is gonna be the most revolutionary game
They're
ever.
gonna have to do cross-play between that because it's not gonna be fair if they do cross-play with PC.
I mean, shit, they have so many players.
Like no, it's like because controller versus mouse on that game will
How
get you
many
killed.
players? It's unknown.
It's
Actually, we know it though.
PlayerUnknown is like the developer, I want to say.
The guy's name is like Player Unknown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. That's his
Oh,
Battlegrounds.
okay, I didn't know that.
Joke.
It's not a good one.
It's you.
Oh.
But yeah, so yeah, that game. If you haven't heard of it, you're living under a rock or some shit.
Yeah, I've
But
seen it.
yeah, I'll get it eventually. $30.
Streamers fucking go at it with that
Streamers go out there.
I
and
want to play
YouTubers
that
in
game. It
general.
looks so fun.
Like,
I don't know. I feel like it's a bigger fan base for the streamers.
oh, of course, yeah. I'm just saying, like,
That'll be a good way
YouTubers
to test my
still.
mouse skills because I'm finally starting to adapt more.
Just needed that good mouse.
Yeah.
Needed that good mouse.
Destiny 2, I saw. I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually gonna do it now. But yeah. So PlayerUnknown's next topic, Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
They've announced 2 new versions of that. They have a Windows edition coming out
And a Pocket Edition.
and a Pocket edition, which is like, how can we take this big ass game and scale it down to fit on your phone?
Oh, I keep getting advertisements
Same.
for it.
I keep hearing, like, every time, like, I'm listening to, like, videos, like, on my playlist or something, like, that ad would play, and I would go, like, what the fuck am I listening to? He was just like yelling
Yeah.
and like.
And then you hear that stereotypical female voice. Final Fantasy 15. Download it now on the App Store.
I'm like, no, go away. I
No,
don't want
no,
some
no.
video.
The Pocket Edition might actually come to the Switch. They say it's possible.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way the Switch will run that game.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, and then the Windows Edition. Not only is this game, it looks amazing. They've added all the NVIDIA GameWorks stuff to it. It'll run. At 60
Didn't they make a
frames, of course.
crossover with Assassin's Creed?
Yeah,
What?
Wait,
there's
who?
a
Yeah,
crossover
Final Fantasy
with
15.
Assassin's Creed. But yeah,
I
That's
didn't know that.
fucking
I
random.
don't know much about that, but I did see it. But
Yeah.
yeah. So the Windows Edition will have like 4K, 60 frames, all that, and apparently it's 170 gigs. That's at least what one thing said. I think they
Jesus.
I think they debunked that, but if it's even close to that, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah, they're
Windows
not
Edition?
fitting that into
Yeah.
a pocket
Square, you
edition.
need to cut down your sizes of your games.
No,
Jesus
No, they
Christ.
don't know how to.
No,
What's it?
I mean, like one bit of Final Fantasy 13 is like 3 or 4 fucking discs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's not a fucking video game. This is a pack of floppy disks.
It's
And
like
the
3
game, we don't
movies.
know how well optimized it'll be. They're working on it, but they said currently playing that game at 4K 60 is not possible, even with a 1080 Ti.
Do we not have like?
That-
So,
Square doesn't know how to
Oh my
optimize
God.
for
so
shit.
not-
fuck.
Do we not have any like gameplay of it yet, or is it just all
There's
like?
gameplay of it out there.
Okay.
It looks amazing, and I can see why it's demanding because the game has a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, so
But it's just like in its really early stages right now, right?
Yeah, I mean 4K 60 is fucking demanding it. So yeah, 1080 Ti is needed for that in general.
I feel like 4K is like a limit that most gamers haven't like are getting there yet.
Yeah, we can't do that yet. We need like the NVIDIA Volta cards for that.
Yeah.
But like 1080p 60, I'm sure my 1070 or even a 1060 can handle that. So as far as that goes, fine. If you have a 4K monitor,
I'm taking it.
Yeah, 4K monitor, better keep on it.
so all right. Oh yeah, also they said that we'll have mod support, and they'll keep the mods up to the community's morals. So translation, we'll have nude Cindy mods within a few hours.
lit.
Nude Cindy mods.
Yes.
Who the
That's
fuck
what I
is
heard.
Cindy?
That's
The
that
mechanic chick.
mechanic
Adding
chick
mods
with
to
the
it, so.
Oh, okay.
First things first, news.
That explains all the porn.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be officially in the game once that comes out.
Well,
So next topic.
you know it's gonna come with the Nuvo.
Oh fuck no.
You know it's
No,
gonna.
they
come
said
with
it.
the
They said it
Nuvo.
will support mods.
I don't believe him.
They said they'll support
Bullshit.
mods. That's what that just said. They
I'm
said
calling
they
bullshit.
said the mods will be up to the community's.
Square.
Will only be limited to the community's morals. So they could probably do some ISIS shit for all we know, because the community has no chill.
The Final Fantasy community is the best community ever.
Shit.
Child
fucking lied to you.
friendly,
Shit.
family friendly.
Child friend, no porn of it online at all.
Shit.
Yeah.
Next, but our Final Fantasy, the City of Final Fantasy for PS4 has a beta right now. Did you play it?
Yeah, I have it. It's
Yeah, describe it real quick. That's all.
basically, if you like the first two Dissidia games for its RPG mechanics, you probably won't like this one.
Oh.
But if you just want to beat the shit out of someone, you'll enjoy it. That's basically it.
What are you two dumbasses giggling about?
Yvonne's like, if you don't, you won't like it. And freaking Jonathan goes,
Yes.
But yeah, honestly, it looks really good on PS4 though. It's honestly the best looking Final Fantasy game I've seen, personally. But yeah, it's fun. They just have to add a lot more options. They need. I mean, I know it's
More
a beta.
characters.
More, yeah,
Yeah, you got like one from each game.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's not enough.
No,
pulling the all
but
stars with that.
you know, it's still beta, so I'm still hopeful.
All right.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Next topic. It's another Square Enix topic. This game called Secret of Mana is being remade for the PS4.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
What do you
that.
PS
mean
Vita
this game
and the
is called
Switch.
Secret of Mana?
I've never heard of this game, but it's JRPG
what
apparently on the
the?
PS4.
How have you never heard of this
How have you
game?
never heard of Secret of
You
Mana?
just said the same shit.
It's really popular. It's like one of the.
What?
It's
It's
like one of
I
the.
most-
didn't
It's
say I
one
never
the most
heard of
popular
it.
Super Nintendo RPGs of all time.
It is.
It's a,
I've
like if
heard
you-
of it. I've
up
never
there-
seen
right up
gameplay
there
of it,
with
but I've
Final
heard of it.
Fantasy.
I've
Well, what's the
played a little
Japanese
bit.
name?
Like literally, if you search
don't
up
know.
best NES games,
Secret of
Secret
Mana.
of Mana will
It's
be
always
on
Secret
there.
of Mana
It's-
and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time.
those two.
It's always Final Fantasy 3, Chrono Trigger, and Secret of Mana. Always.
It's always on there.
And Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Get your shit
But
together.
yes. Yes.
Do your research.
Of course I know
Do my
about it.
fucking research.
This fucking game named Secret of Mana. This one game named Uncharted. I
Nah.
don't think anybody heard
Nah.
of it. It's pretty
I don't know
trash.
if you ever heard of Super Smash Brothers.
But
It's a new fighting game that's coming hot on the block, you know?
It's
It's
coming-
called Rez. No one's ever heard of it.
It's weird. It's coming on the Wii U, but
Actually, Savanti, no one's heard of Rez.
Fucking hell.
who?
Rez.
who?
But
Exactly.
yeah, Secret of Mana.
Fucking hell.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But do you really know what Secret of Mana is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say I didn't know?
Oh,
what
I
it
don't know
was?
if you. I couldn't.
That's
tell
what I
if you were
just
joking
heard
or
when I
not.
said it at first. You were like, I've never heard of that shit.
I couldn't tell if you were
What?
joking or not.
There's a
I
3D,
thought I
didn't say
heard that.
that.
I thought I
there's
heard
a
that from over
3D
here.
remake coming to Steam.
It looks,
Yeah,
it
and
looks pretty
PS4
lit.
and PS Vita and the Switch.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
that's-
Oh, I'll
lit.
get it on the Vita then.
It's lit.
I'll
Okay,
get it
someone
on
cares.
PC and the. It's actually a really good
It
RPG.
is. It's lit.
I like it.
Probably try it.
I love the graphics of the Super Nintendo
Yeah.
version. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
But yeah,
So yep.
that's one of like the most notable SNES games. That Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6.
Just as a repeat for everyone who didn't hear it the first time.
Just making sure.
Yep. So Secret of
We
Mana.
gotta hammer that in.
Got to.
They didn't give a release date, but
Excuse
it's
me.
coming. So next topic, me and Kimar are gonna give our spoiler-free thoughts on Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Okay, you gonna go?
You can go first.
Basically,
Corey
Sit
dies.
back.
No.
Sorry. Sorry.
Uncharted Lost Legacy is basically Uncharted 4 with Drake's, but it really feels a lot like Drake's Fortune in 2. And it's
No.
Damn,
Yes.
there's 2 Uncharted games you're missing out on.
yes, and it's
Jonathan
Jonathan's going to
is
suck
currently-
someone's dick.
Are you hitting on everyone?
How many-
need to know this.
We're right.
I'm just checking.
He just started.
You're
Jonathan
right
just started
there, Jonathan.
seductively
Almost.
crawling on the floor towards
How
the
many more
laptop.
topics?
There's like
Bob was
3
saying.
or 4 more topics.
But yeah,
That's all I wanted to check.
I really like Lost Legacy. Personally, I didn't like it more than 4, like a lot of people did, but I can put it up equally with 4. Personally, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
You're fucking wrong.
What are you, Savant?
Okay.
If I want to be spoiler free,
I really enjoyed the game. It was more or less just Uncharted 4. They actually managed to make it look better within a year, which is kind of impressive.
yeah,
They experimented
That's
a
what
little
Naughty
bit
Dog
with
does.
an open world section, which kind of like in Uncharted 4, they had the Madagascar area.
Mm-hmm.
But this section was a little bigger. There were optional stuff you could do. I like the story in this, not as much as 4, but I like the pacing a lot more.
yeah.
This felt more like Uncharted 1 and 2 as far as pacing went. That's
It feels a lot like Drake's
that's my
Fortune.
biggest complaint with Uncharted 3, and the slight complaint with Uncharted 4. The pacing was off for certain parts of those games, especially 3. But so good pacing. I like the story, not as good as 4, as I just said. I do kind of like this game a little bit more than Uncharted 4
Well,
because
you're wrong.
well, because Uncharted 4, from a story aspect, it made sense why the game was like that. But Lost Legacy felt more like an actual Uncharted game because they were actually going after a treasure just because they want it, versus Uncharted where he's kind of like forced back into it.
It makes sense though, because I mean,
Well, that's because of the story.
Yeah.
The story made it that way, where he was
Yeah.
just done with it.
Yeah,
And
and that's why I like Uncharted 4. This feels more like Uncharted than Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 felt like
yeah, because our hearts are set in the first and second game,
Yeah.
where he
Yeah.
actually willingly
I can get that. I can
went
get
out
that much.
there.
I can get that much.
Yeah, Uncharted Lost Legacy feels more like that. So it
And
feels
you're
more
in
like
one-
classic Uncharted.
And you're in one area for the entire game, so
Yeah, it's kind of just fortunate you're in
Oh,
like one
okay,
spot.
yeah.
you don't move from area to area to area to area.
Yeah, and there's no bad pacing here.
I'm glad they made Chloe thick again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They brought back the
Make
cheeks.
Chloe thick
Again,
again.
2017.
Those cheeks in 1080p. But
Back
yeah.
to back.
And also the game
Back
just
to the game.
the level design in general
So
is a lot
fucking
more like
thirsty.
the level design in general is a lot more like Uncharted 2 with these locations and the way it looks. Like Uncharted 4 didn't have like for example those giant sculptures you would climb and shit.
Oh yeah.
There's more of that. You
Yeah.
didn't see any of that in Uncharted 4 really. So
Well, there's
that's
a
bad.
lot of climbing in 4.
And
though.
there are some cool callbacks to the first 2 Uncharted games. I won't spoil them, but they're really well done. And like you finish this game and you're like, damn, that was a good game. So,
Woo.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's only $40. It has access to the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Really good game. Check it out. And I already know people are going to be like, oh, they only made this game for the feminists. It's not a fucking... They didn't make it for that reason. Chloe's a fan favorite. I don't know where this, it's just a feminist game bullshit came from. Chloe's always
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
She's a huge character in the Uncharted
These are
franchise.
fake fans saying it, I hope.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because Chloe's a fan favorite, so I don't know where they...
I wonder why.
I don't know where these anti SJWs are
It's
starting to
just
get just as
the
annoying.
time that we live in.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, oh, I'm not buying this feminist propaganda. I'm like,
It's not fair.
Where?
It's fucking retarded.
where? There's none in the
They
game.
didn't even be the type
There
to
are
hate
two
feminists.
women going after a treasure.
I don't
Oh,
support equal.
that's my favorite porn.
God, yeah.
But yeah, the
It was
game was
fun.
fantastic.
It was fun. Get
Next
it.
topic.
Next topic, Sonic Forces. Before we get, because we're gonna roast Sonic Mania in a second.
Fun
Well, we're
is
gonna praise it. But we're also
Fun
gonna
is
roast it.
infinite.
God. So Sonic Forces got new information revealed finally. It's only gonna be $40, and it will come out on November 7th.
This is either a good thing or
A
a
bad thing.
Yeah. The pre-order bonus you get with it comes with a controller skin for both PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
Cool.
And
Thank God.
and you get in-game skins for Jet Set Radio, Puyo Puyo, Super Monkey Ball, Knights, and Persona 5.
Lit.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool.
So the game itself
I kind of think that's cool.
looks promising.
It does look promising.
They're just skins, though.
Yeah, it's just skins.
I mean, what
It
else
looks
can you
promising
do?
though. You can make your own character. They've got the classic and modern back. I don't know why they brought back classic, to be honest though.
And
Because fun is infinite.
because the classic cucks can't let go of the
Classic
past.
cucks. But,
Well, I mean, I like me some classic Sonic.
yeah, but there's people that
There's-
just like if it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
2D, they're like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't
there
want
are
to play
people
this
that
trash.
constantly dick ride.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
That's just
I
the
call them a
Sonic
The
classic
fan.
Sonic
cuck.
fan base is one of the most
fucking
cancerous
hate
fan
them.
bases in
They're
all
the-
of gaming.
Those are the type of people that say only half of colors was good.
Oh, half.
Yeah, because it has 3D sections and they get flaccid every time a 3D section
I
happens.
hate the 3D sections.
That
Yeah.
is cancerous.
Oh my
I
as
love
fuck.
Sonic colors.
I know, right?
See?
It's good.
God damn.
It's like Jim
This-
Sterling.
this-
Was it Jim Sterling? Someone I watched the video were like, "Oh yeah, if you slip under a rock when Colors of Generations came out, Sonic is back with Sonic Mania." I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like people say 3D can't be good. 3D in Unleashed, they stages were fantastic. They took that and made colors with it.
The night stages were serviceable too.
They were okay.
They were
got
out of
tedious
place.
as fuck.
That's why I said serviceable.
They were out of
Yeah.
place.
A lot of people would disagree with you.
I don't like
That's
them.
why I said serviceable.
I
But
like them
I still.
I don't like them just because.
How do you
like,
feel about them, Jonathan?
I honestly, I really like the game as it is. I don't really mind it.
Same.
But like, I know a lot of people who like fucking hate it. 'cause,
Fucking night
like,
stages.
it's
yeah.
not what Sonic is.
I didn't mind the night stages until I got to Empire
Yeah.
City.
I want to run
Then they turned to
fast.
shit.
That's them.
Empire City
That's
is when I
them.
started to hate the
That's
night
them.
stages.
Gotta traverse quickly. That's Sonic's thing. He
Sonic
says.
Sonic says.
Sonic says.
We need
shoot
to
up
bring back
schools.
Sonic Says. I want to learn.
Sonic says, you're a
I learned
dumbass when you think
PSAs.
this is the first good game in 28 years.
Fucking classic cucks. I hate them.
No,
so
that
much.
is
Classic.
very stupid
It's
though.
Yeah.
retarded.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sonic fan
Like-
base is cancer.
I hate them.
Yeah, don't ever delve into the fan base ever.
I ignore these motherfuckers. I wish
I mean,
they would
they
all die.
gave
Well,
rise to one of
don't
the
die,
worst
but just
games
don't
of all
say anything.
time.
Just buy the game and shut up. Because we need the support.
But anyway, you
But,
said something about Mania.
Oh, hold on. But yeah, Forza looks promising. Sonic Mania, me and Chicken have played it. We can discuss the good, the bad, and the nouveau.
You mean the ugly?
Nah, the nouveau.
That was
Yeah.
scripted, everyone.
Yeah. We're hilarious, I swear.
Context.
So I'll just basically
That's my contribution.
let me let's get the negative out of the way first.
Let's do the positive.
Positive first.
Yeah, do the
Nah,
positive.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's just dick ride and
Let's do the
just
positives.
get
you know
rid
what?
of Denuvo.
Nope.
Okay, so
I'm negative.
the
I ain't
nouveau is
pulling
this
out.
DRM for PC games. It gets a lot of hate for not just only being DRM, but because of all the problems it can cause separately. Like, for example, antivirus and anti-malware on your computer can detect the game as malware, so you can't play it.
Right.
It's
Avast
rumored
doesn't
to,
do that though.
okay, yeah. It's rumored that it can degrade your SSD's life by constantly writing and unwriting data.
Only to
What the
certain
hell?
only to certain partitions, but yes, it
Yeah.
can destroy solid states.
Yeah, and then the big thing with Mania and a few other games do this as well. You can't play the games offline, so
They
you gotta be
changed that.
signed into Steam.
They actually changed that.
They changed it, but that's the way it was. For
The thing
default.
is that is a default for the thing is that's a default for Denuvo. The one thing that really makes it annoying is that would you two
Just to give everybody context,
stop swapping spit over there for just 2 seconds?
We're pinching each other's elbows.
me and Daniel are just in the corner
left,
of the room.
left.
Just
Because like I'm pinching
God,
his
just
elbow,
fucking kiss already.
and then Jonathan
It
just
will
like
never be canon.
just like stop.
all right, fucking keep talking about me. I don't care.
Okay. One thing that it does is that Denuvo is really annoying because it destroys your bandwidth too. Because what Denuvo wants to do is it wants to always communicate with a third party server, which is always annoying. So it constantly sends out a ping. And like every 5 seconds, it sends out a fucking ping out to these servers. It's like, are you still online? Yeah, we're still online. Okay, you're good. And that's it. And it's really fucking annoying.
And that can slow the game down, cause stuttering.
I noticed some.
I know some stuttering in Mania.
I
I
noticed
know damn well I can run this game, so that's definitely the Nuvo.
I noticed screen tearing.
Yeah.
And like,
I was like, how the fuck is this slowing down? That's why I knew the
It's
Nuvo
because
was going to
it's
be a
Denuvo.
problem.
and the other problem with Denuvo is whenever you uninstall the game, it leaves traces of itself.
Yep.
Like a tumor that wasn't completely cut out. They're like cells that are left behind and they regenerate.
And they'll put that in the agreement you guys signed, that we'll keep some stuff on here just to make sure you're okay. Like, they're spying on you.
Yeah, that's
Even when you
fucking
uninstall the game.
scary.
I have nothing to hide though, but
Me either, but
but
still,
still, that's fucking creepy.
That's terrible.
I don't want you looking at my trap.
A lot of games
You're
patch it
fucking
out
creepy.
eventually.
Traps are gay.
I think this game will patch
Traps
it out.
aren't gay.
7% gay.
Traps aren't gay.
Traps are gay.
2.87%
We'll have
gay.
this argument.
I think they will patch it out because a lot of games do. But what sucks is they delayed this fucking game 2 weeks on PC, and all they did was pretty much add the Nuvo.
Yeah, and you know that wasn't Pagoda or
Yeah, that was all
Cannons
Sega.
or Christian Whitehead's doing. That was all Sega.
It was all Sega. Christian Whitehead actually
Why did they do that though?
because they're a fucking hose.
Because
What
Sega
baffles
doesn't know
me-
how to like manage things.
What
Not wrong.
baffles my mind though
Comment.
is that the Sonic fan base is known, like they are known for some amazing hacks to their games, and then Sega goes in and makes it so that you can't modify the game, like. It's gonna sell like hotcakes, Sega. Why do you
yeah.
need to protect yourself? Like, we don't want you copying it to disc. It's sold so much.
It's
Still
$20.
It's sold so much.
It's $20?
It's basically a steal for the price
Yeah.
it
It
is
was
because
I
it's
don't
like
know
14
shit. My God.
zones.
Your Mania's
You
cheap.
didn't study.
You fucking
Research, bitch.
Like all the prices and shit is what I don't know.
But yeah, the game is great. I'm like, Sega, why did you ruin this? It's like, okay, we got this awesome game. We gotta fuck it up somehow, though we're Sega. So they put the Nuvo on it. Now they'll probably patch it out. A lot of games will patch the Nuvo out after like a few weeks because they just want to stop piracy in the beginning. I think someone's already cracked it. So at this point,
It's gonna happen.
I was gonna say
It
the
is.
crack's gonna be
Yeah.
happen.
There's nothing
right
you
in like
can
the middle of
do.
September.
I
probably-
technically could refund it because I've only played for an hour. But I want to support Christian Whitehead, Headcanon, and Dakota Games. But Sega, suck my fucking dick.
Suck my ass.
This is a
Bruh.
This is a call to Sega. You guys better.
Yes,
fucking-
there are PC gamers that will pirate everything.
Take
But this
me
game is not going to flop on PC. It's going to sell amazing. It's Steam. That's where most Sonic gamers probably are now, because like they have a laptop that can run it or something, or they bought it on console. The game's not going to flop. It's not going to become a huge piracy thing. You guys are just being stupid.
It's
I can't
just
even say
like-
greedy, just stupid.
Like piracy's gonna happen regardless. Someone's gonna end up cracking your game.
The funny thing
no
is
matter
Happens
what.
all the
They've
time.
made more people want to go pirate it now by doing,
By doing
By
this.
doing it's a
Because now people are like, oh, the
counterintuitive
Nuvo,
thing.
fuck that. I'll wait till they crack it and get it that way. So they've done more damage than good by doing this shit in the first place.
Should have
So
left the
it's
shit
just-
alone.
I don't know what the hell the thought process was behind this.
All right, but now
Let's
that
fuck
we're-
it up, like
now
you said.
that-
But, yeah, that's the Nuvo.
now
Let's
that-
go to the good
now
and the
that
great.
we're done with the Whenever I say something, I always have to cut myself off because everyone starts talking.
And we do the same when you talk.
Yeah, it's
so.
Let's go on to the good and the great of Sonic Mania. Jacob, you can go first.
Oh, what?
You can go first.
Oh, I can go first? Yeah. Okay.
This is a
I'll keep it in 5
podcast.
minutes. Try to stay within 5 minutes.
3.
Shit.
Okay,
Fucking
5.
talk. It's
Okay,
really
5.
take it or leave it.
5. I'll give you 5.
Sonic Mania is
Go.
incredible. I absolutely love it. All the classic stages are great, up to snuff, and all of the modern stages are absolutely amazing. Shit, what's the saloon stage's name?
Salty? No.
Salty Spittoon. No.
Not Des. Mirage?
How tough are you?
A Mirage Saloon or something like that. Whatever the fuck it was. The Western styled stage. It's amazing. Studiopolis is amazing. Titanic Monarch is a bastard, but it's cool. Garden Press is great. All the music is amazing. T-Lopes has done a wonderful wonderful job on all of it.
Who composed it?
T-Lopes. It's
now.
T-Lopes. He did a bunch of unofficial Sonic remixes that are amazing.
Oh.
Is he the one that did Some Call Me Johnny's intro?
Yep.
Okay.
He's the same guy that did Some Call Me Johnny's intro.
This is just amazing.
I love your hat.
Thank you.
And if I could please do some, if I could please just do some moderate spoilers.
Go ahead.
I love
It's Sonic.
Minor spoilers for Sonic Mania.
I love how the first end zone boss is they fucking throw the Death Egg robot at you
Oh, shit.
immediately. And it's like, oh,
Great, now I can't
fuck.
play the game because
Well, I guess I'm not getting it.
I mean, it's the first boss.
I'm
So.
just kidding.
And the second boss, the second Robotnik fight in Chemical Plant Zone is pure perfection. I'm not going to say what it is, but that is just comes out of nowhere. It's pure perfection. I love it.
It's amazing.
It's
I have no idea
amazing.
what the
My
fuck it
favorite
is.
zone is Studiopolis because of the music and also the aesthetic. And another spoiler alert: one of the achievements is to have your picture taken by the little camera badnik. Don't forget to do that. So yeah, it's just it's so
good.
well designed.
Yeah.
It's like
They did it
I
justice.
don't know shit about these stages, and I could somehow speed through because of how well designed they are. It's
If it belongs.
one
it feels like it
problem.
belongs.
One problem that Sega's had with level design is that sometimes they just throw in stuff that completely trips you up, and then it's like, oh fuck, now I have to take my time. But Christian Whitehead wasn't having any of that shit. It's like you make a mistake, sure, you drop down a level, but you're still speeding past because they've designed it. You loop around, there's a bumper, and then you can just continue on your way. It's amazing.
All about going fast.
It's all about going fast.
Speed in this game is crazy.
Except that going fast is also your enemy because you want to explore to find those giant rings to get the Chaos Emeralds. And I went through the entirety of Chemical Plant Zone without finding one. I went through the entirety of Studiopolis without finding one. I found one in Flying Battery, but I fucking lost it. And then miraculously, I found two in Press Garden. How
That's
the fuck? I don't know.
good.
But this game is Sonic Mania is absolutely amazing. I love it. Honestly, I wouldn't really have too much of a problem saying it's my favorite classic Sonic game.
I was thinking I'd be crazy if I said that because
But the only reason I can't really
Get Two's
say
cock
that
out of your mouth. Both of you. Bitch. Because I know that's what you were thinking.
the thing is, I can get that dick out of my throat at any time, but the only
You don't want to.
The only problem is that the Death Egg robot in Sonic 2 is what I consider the gold standard of a Sonic 2 of a Sonic the Hedgehog final boss. No rings. It's a giant robot. It's the music's
1v1.
amazing. 1v1, yeah,
1v1.
and it's incredibly difficult, but it's what I consider the gold standard, and it's just I guess I just have to leave the tip in with that one. But hey, at least in Sonic Mania, they throw the Death Egg robot, albeit an easy Death Egg robot,
Well, it is
at
the
you
first
at the
boss.
beginning.
Yeah.
Some of the mid bosses are tossers though. Like
Like the one.
the mid boss in Oil Ocean Zone, that wrench robot thing. It's complete tosser. It was pointless. The one in Chemical Plant Zone was pointless. And some of them are pretty good. Like
I honestly forgot the one for Chemical Plant for a second.
Yes.
I think I'm done.
No, continue. I'm good.
Okay, Sonic Mania.
You two look like you're dying over there.
You're dying.
Well, let's
I
hide
have
the
no
bodies
clue
later.
what you're talking about.
Let's hide the bodies later. It's all good. But Sonic Mania, the first thing I noticed when I played it, I'm like, wow, this feels just like the classic Sonic games. Like,
Well, of course.
no, I mean, like, they tried that before and they always fail. This one actually feels legit. The physics feel perfect, or at least very close. It plays very similarly. I like the new sprites. There's way more animations now. Like, looking up, there's more frames of animation before he finally looks up.
Oh, the sprite works absolutely adorable. Like, I love it when Robotnik is losing his shit at the hard-boiled heavies. I love it. It's like he's just losing his shit, and it's so well animated, and you can very easily not notice it. And I just love it. And there are so many amazing references that they do. Like when you get to the obligatory Sonic CD stage, you know which one I'm talking about. They do a perfect reference right at the end. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you'll grin, you'll get it, and you'll have a good smile at it.
But yeah, like Green Hill, love that. Love how the first boss is the fucking Death Egg robot. You defeat that. The second stage, what I love the most about this game is how they take their own spin for Act 2 of each stage, and they, at least so far, always make it better or more fun than the first stage. Like Chemical Plant, for example, this is my favorite version of Chemical Plant ever.
I agree.
The second part of that stage, minor spoilers for Chemical Plant. I'm not going to say the boss, but the stage itself, the water that you hate so much,
The chemical water.
Now you can put a gel into it and you bounce on it. And if you go on the green one, you bounce high as hell. Like you bounce way up in the air.
Like think Portal 2 repulsion gel. It's like it's incredible. That blew my mind when I first saw it.
So like you walk on, you're like, okay, where do I go? I see green. You jump on it, boom, 1,000 feet up in the air.
Damn.
Now you're up there. You can get rings. You can get stuff. That's how I found the gold ring in Chemical Plant. And then you just keep going around. They have that all over the place. The pace is even faster because of how fast you just bounce, go to the next part, go into the tube or hit the speed pad. And that's just Chemical Plant. So that's definitely my favorite version of Chemical Plant.
And every single act
Didn't they put
every single act has its own remix too.
Yeah.
Stardust Speedway in there?
Yeah, because they put the theme out on the channel.
Yeah.
But
All right. Since Kevon said it, that's the Sonic CD stage. It's Stardust Speedway. Might I say, Act 1 of Stardust Speedway is the epitome of sex porn music.
yeah.
As opposed to non-sex porn. Yeah.
And then Studiopolis, love that zone. Like as he said, you speed right through it like you know the map, even though it's your first time playing it.
Because it's so incredibly well designed.
Yeah, they literally went and actually made something in the same spirit. It doesn't feel like it's just shoehorned in. It feels like it belongs. So huge credit to the devs on that. Like it feels like, oh, I feel like I've played this for all my life, even though it's just brand new. It
That's always
belongs
nice.
in Sonic. So, and then the music is fucking fantastic. That's my favorite track in the game.
These are my favorite special stages to get the Chaos Emeralds. The Sega Saturn styled models where you're chasing the little UFO to get the emerald. It's my favorite special stage.
Yeah, these are my favorite ones.
And I like that when you get 50 rings and you go past a checkpoint, the little sparkly ring happens and you jump into it.
It's the
And
spheres.
it's the blue spheres from Sonic 3.
I'm still trash at that, but I'm glad they added it into the game.
Yeah, and you don't get Chaos Emeralds for it, but what you do is you unlock medals. If you just collect the blue spheres, you get a silver medal. But if you get a perfect where you collect all the rings and the blue spheres, you get a gold medal. And these medals unlock different things. I believe one of them is a Knuckles and Knuckles mode, where you play as two Knuckles simultaneously.
Oh my god.
Knuckles.
You know that was a meme. Oh man, but yeah, I love this game. Only reason I haven't played more of it is because I'm scared with this de novo crap, but I'm gonna start playing more once I have free time. Game is great. Definitely for only $20. Fucking buy this game.
Yes, please do. It's great.
Now, if you don't like the nouveau crap, it's on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch as well. And it's Sonic Mania. It can't run bad on the platform.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say a no shit statement, but if you don't like classic Sonic, you're not gonna like this game. Yeah, I know, no shit, but yeah, if you're one of those dick riders for classic Sonic, then your anus is gonna have a good time with this one.
Yep, so
I think I'm done with that.
Yep, great game.
Listen to the soundtrack; it's incredible.
Oh yeah, they have some of the tracks on the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube page.
Sure, yeah.
Go listen to Studiopolis, and you'll be like, "Oh shit, love that track."
By the way, all walkthroughs, it's not a Chaos Emerald; it's called a Phantom Ruby.
Yeah,
that new gem.
The thing, yeah,
it's called a Phantom Ruby.
Not the one
it's not an 8th Chaos Emerald.
There's this thing they have that's like it sends you like an alternate warping thing. That it's the Phantom Ruby. It's not an emerald.
No.
It looks like one though. That's why people are saying it's another emerald. It's not. But so that's Sonic Mania. So those are all the main topics we have. Now we have the
Actually, I have some topics that I wanted to bring.
How many?
I don't know. Let me pull up my list.
Oh fuck.
There are 6, I think. No, there are 5. Okay. Now comes the moment where Now comes the segment of Tech Peasants podcast where we shit on Nintendo.
Oh.
Are you ready to do this? Oh,
yeah, sure.
Daniel's
I was born to do this.
Okay. So, the other week, I finally got to try out a Nintendo Switch. One of my friends at college had one, and I got to hold the Switch IRL in real life with my own meaty man hands. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I don't like the Switch
Isn't
at all.
it like this fucking big?
Yeah,
The controllers are extremely
tiny.
small.
As I wrote down in my list, I finally got to try the Nintendo Switch. It's a load of bollocks.
I tried one before. Like this was like probably like a few months ago, like last semester. Someone brought one to my programming class, and I'm like, let me try this out. I held it the normal way. I'm like, this is all right. It's passable.
I feel like I feel like the Joy-Cons are gonna snap off in any second.
Then I tried it with just using one Joy-Con. Bloody hell.
Oh, it was the worst.
That's an option?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I played Snipper Clips. Bruh, that thing is way too fucking small for. Okay, now I have big hands for
You have to
context.
understand, they're trying to make it for Japanese people with small.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about all that shit. When you make a console nowadays, you make it
Nintendo's
for
also
all.
the same company that thought Japanese had 3 hands. Need I remind you of the Nintendo 64 controller?
No. So that first of all, the Joy-Con is like, it's smaller than the Game Boy Micro. It's smaller than the Game Boy Micro.
Oh.
That thing is way too small. Like my hand was actually cramping up within 10 minutes because, and then
There's gotta be
The
like
autism-
You think you had it bad with snipper clips?
the autism in the control scheme though, the fucking analog stick on one of them is in the middle of the
Yes.
Joy-Con, so your
That's
hands are
retarded.
literally like your thumbs will touch each other to use the analog sticks and the 2 buttons.
You think
Oh,
you had it
God,
bad with
no.
snipper clips? He and I played it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with
God.
it. That was the worst I had ever performed at a Mario Kart game in my life. The controller was this dinky ass little micro penis Joy-Con was absolutely awful, and the screen is so tiny. It's like I'm leaning forward to look at this tiny ass screen, and it was. No,
Yeah.
I don't want a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
If I win one, then huzzah,
Yeah.
but I'm not paying $300 for this dinky
No.
little thing.
Okay, the only way I could see that thing being actually playable is to spend more money, get that Pro controller, and keep
Yeah,
it in
because
dock
they
mode.
have one, don't
Yeah.
they?
Now, if I was playing with that, okay, problem solved. But I gotta spend more money
exactly
to get that.
And
That's
with
fucking
Nintendo, it's all
bullshit.
about money.
With the PS4 and Xbox One, I get a controller that can do the job, and it actually is kind of comfortable. Both of them are comfortable. The Switch, it's not comfortable.
Anyway, that being said, next year I'm officially getting a PlayStation 4.
Welcome to the PS4 life.
Good to know.
I think I might do Pro. I don't know. Maybe
I wouldn't bother.
maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to
Just
see.
make sure if you get just make sure you have like a decent hard drive size, because the default for the PlayStations now isn't enough. What is it like? 500
Well, they
gig?
finally made them all default 1 terabyte, I think.
Oh, I have 2. Oh, but that's fine.
Or default. Like the Pro has a
I got
default of
you.
1. Mine has like a default of 500. But Yeah, just make sure you got a 1 terabyte because you
okay,
will run out
I
of
know.
space
Yeah.
fast. Like those games are like 50 gigs, like the big AAA ones. So that's like 50.
But yeah. I just wanted to throw that in there.
So, my next topic is also shitting on Nintendo.
Good.
The Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the
Trash.
SNES Classic Edition. The
Trash.
Didn't it
pre-order,
sell out like
the
5
pre-orders released in the middle of the night, and they were sold off across the board in 22.53 seconds.
Fucking
Yes,
hell.
someone counted.
Jesus fuck.
Fucking hell.
22.53 seconds.
Nintendo, stop making 4
I thought you were gonna
copies.
say hours. I'm like, okay.
Or
No, no,
minutes.
seconds.
Minutes
Yeah,
would make
God.
sense.
I would expect minutes.
Nintendo,
Seconds.
please stop making 5 copies of anticipated shit.
This,
Yeah.
The thing that pissed me off though was it was in the middle of the night, 3:42 a.m.
Yep.
3:42 a.m.
Nintendo just can't get it through their thick fucking skull that they're stupid.
Yeah.
What
I saw
are we
this-
doing wrong, guys?
Is
I
it
don't know.
us? Are we out of touch?
Make
no,
more
it's
of
the
your
children
shit
who are wrong.
then.
I'm honestly indifferent about it.
Like I don't.
Well, you didn't want it. So,
Yeah, I don't-
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care for it either.
But
But
the thing is,
it's
yeah.
just like
It's the
Nintendo
principle of the
has
thing.
has
Yeah.
done so much.
If you know
shit
people are going
that's
to want it,
stupid.
make a lot of copies.
If
it
Sony
just
only made
pisses me
10 copies
off.
of the PS4. Oh shit.
Then again, everything pisses me off.
Yeah,
All
like,
right. And the third
a
one,
cat on your lawn pisses you off.
and the third topic is a double whammy. This has to deal with Metroid: Samus Returns. Nintendo announced a new edition of the new 3DS.
We discussed this last
XL.
time, didn't we?
Another
didn't.
one.
That it doesn't come with the game.
Bitch, let me say my topic.
How dare you, fucking Savanti? Get out of here.
There's a,
Leave your own podcast.
and we didn't talk about this last podcast. We talked about it a couple of days ago on Discord.
No, it was
No,
last
I remember we
podcast.
talked about it on a podcast too.
Well, we're gonna do it again.
Well,
Jacob demands.
I'm gonna repeat what I said
Therefore,
last
we
time.
shall.
what did you want
Alright.
to say though?
The Metroid Samus Returns edition of the new 3DS XL does not come
Doesn't come with the game.
that it's based on. The game is being sold separately.
I mean, the new 3DS didn't come with a charger.
Yeah,
The
that's
new-
true.
Fucking hell,
Are you
Nintendo.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Wait.
What the
wait.
fuck?
The new
Daniel,
3DS.
Daniel, that's why I said there was an upcharge for your 3DS.
Yeah.
That you have to get your own charging cord.
The new
It's because they didn't
3DS.
give me one.
Came as like it came with the fucking hardware, but it doesn't come with the charging. So you have
So
to buy
they're
that
gonna give you a
separately.
dead ass console.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
you can
my-
play
yeah,
for
we're saying
like 3 hours, but then
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna
shit
I'm
gonna
die.
telling you, all they want out of you is money.
Nintendo some hoes. They're a bunch of fucking hoes.
It,
Now.
some
it gets
hoes.
worse. It gets worse. A new trailer for Metroid Samus Returns was released. It's a really cool trailer, right up till the end, where they announce some things about amiibo support.
Oh, are you talking about how?
Shut the fuck up!
Oh,
when I say it.
God
I know
This is
exactly
not a
what you're talking
discussion.
about. I know
This is a
exactly.
fucking dictatorship.
All right. Various post-game completion art galleries and an entire game mode called Fusion Mode, which is apparently a brutally hard difficulty where
Locked
you
in
are
amiibos.
dressed in
a
the
girl.
Zero Suit the Fusion Suit Samus style, like in Metroid Fusion. That game mode, Fusion Mode, are strictly locked behind amiibo.
Yep. Yep.
An entire game mode and art galleries, which, mind you, should be a post-game completion unlock by default, are specifically locked behind the
A
amiibo.
paywall.
A paywall.
God.
That's a fucking amiibo.
Yep.
Yep.
And let me just say this now. I am really getting sick and fucking tired of the way Nintendo is handling amiibo. When amiibo were first announced way back a couple of years ago, I
Smash
wanted
80s.
amiibo to be a Skylanders like peripheral. You know, like you put down your Samus amiibo, and then the little Samus character pops up in game, and then you play as that character, like Skylanders. I wanted amiibo to be like that, but with first party Nintendo characters. Smash Brothers kind of did that, but not really. And amiibo for the past couple of years have just been a thing. You tap onto the thing and then you unlock a skin, or you get items in Breath of the Wild, or some vapid shit like that. But I wanted amiibo to be a Skylanders like peripheral, not a reason to content carve. And it's apparent now, after the fact that I bought all these amiibo, that they're just clever tools to carve content. And it's really fucking aggravating to see that, because for a third time I want them to be a Skylanders like thing. I don't want to have to tap an amiibo specifically
To unlock a mode.
to unlock a mode.
And then never
Or not
use it
gallery.
again.
Yep.
Yeah, and then never use it again. Like, Shovel Knight got it right. You tap the amiibo, you play as a custom knight, and your knight gets super ridiculous, like with the thing called like Infinadaggers and different skins and like different animations and like,
Yeah, shit like
all
that's
of this content is with these amiibo, and it's amiibo content done right in Shovel Knight. Nintendo.
Sorry, Jacob just started eating a chestnut.
Specifically a chestnut
I was gonna say a peanut
or
Well,
an
I have a-
acorn.
I feel like a chestnut.
Acorn.
I feel like a chestnut
I just-
describes the thing better.
Nintendo holding an L.
Because he's getting
just-
things off his
Why
chest.
the fuck are you like? Why the fuck are you locking art galleries and an entire game mode behind amiibo? That's so
Because
lazy.
they want money.
Because everybody's fucking buying them, and now they want more people to buy them, even though they don't make enough stock of them, because Nintendo are a bunch of fucking idiots.
And you
It's
know,
just, it's so fucking lazy.
Like,
You
I
know,
want
Amiibo
to
has so
scream
much
too, but you
potential
guys
to be
are pretty
great.
much saying what I'm feeling.
and you know,
so I'm-
amiibos are like,
good.
oh, you know, collector's items. Oh, these
I knew
these
this
things
was
are
gonna
gonna
happen.
sell out in like
I
days.
knew this
That's
was
all
going to
they are.
happen
They're just
eventually.
collecting
These things are
shit.
selling out. There's too much of a success.
There are
Nintendo's
people that's buying like
how
5
can we
of
get people
these.
to buy even more? Let's lock content behind them.
That's not what amiibo were supposed to be. You were the chosen one.
To
You
have
were
the
destined for
to have the
greatness.
ultra,
Don't
to have the
scream
ultimate
in the
Samus Returns
mic.
experience, you have to buy that 3DS,
I
buy
was
the game
screaming that
separate,
way.
and then buy
Oh.
the amiibo. You gotta buy
Justified.
3 things to get the true Metroid Samus Returns experience, and that is why Nintendo can go fuck themselves.
I would like to bring up.
For the record, I did not
Shut
scream
up!
into the microphone. Fuck you.
I would like to bring up a Nintendo Amiibo thing that actually happened today. A new ad came on, which they had Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps actually be able to film and make his own advertisement for it, and it's on the official Nintendo channel, which I find really, really cool and interesting.
Yeah, it was the Game Grumps that dropped the Shovel Knight amiibo announcement.
Yes, sir.
What was the amiibo?
It was
Shit.
it was like 3 new knights. It was King Knight. It was that one knight with the beak nose thing.
Whoa, hold on. Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King
Yeah.
Knight are getting their own amiibo?
Yes. That it was that advertised. It was that ad, and it had Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, and it was
Oh my
just
god.
roasted.
it was
okay.
really
will
funny. I
never
find
buy
it.
an amiibo in my life.
I'm not gonna buy it, but I find it really cool how Nintendo went for like a fan or a person that like people know
See,
like
when they do
Nintendo.
stuff like that, it's fine.
Like I
But
love
don't lock
that.
a fucking mode behind the amiibo. That's fucking retarded.
All right, and here's where my hypocrisy comes in.
You're gonna buy them.
You're gonna fucking buy them.
You're gonna do exactly what they want you to
No.
do.
No.
You're part of the problem.
It's the Nintendo ones that are really aggravating, but I don't really have a problem buying the Yacht Club Games amiibo. Because they actually are doing amiibo right.
You have a huge erection for
Deflection.
Shovel Knight.
Yes, I do.
I've seen no
Objection.
criticism from you on Shovel Knight.
No,
That
I,
is-
I have my criticisms, but they're just nitpicks, really. I have
It's
no
a perfect
criticisms
game.
for Shovel Knight. It's a fantastic game.
It's perfect.
You played it, Jonathan?
I'm gonna no. I played like 20 seconds of it. Like
Same.
every time I picked
played
it
20
up.
seconds
I'm
of it
not
on the
saying it's
3DS.
bad. Everyone, all I hear is good fucking shit from it. But like I don't know.
You should play
It's
it.
not your type of game.
Well, like there's one control scheme. I don't like the fact that you have to point down as an attack, and then there's a separate attack button. I don't know. That's just a nitpick on its own. But like I don't like that kind of control scheme. I feel like I want to press the attack button and down. That's just what I'm used to.
You play a lot of action games like
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Like
I understand.
yeah. Like the
understand.
attack button does everything. I don't like the down thing, but whatever. That's just my
Understandable.
personal preference. It looks like a fun game. It looks cool. Everyone fucking loves it.
Shovel Knight is a great game. I didn't know they were actually going to make Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King Knight amiibo.
Yep.
Nintendo would make Xbox and PlayStation amiibos if they could.
Well, the thing is, this is Yacht Club Games, not Nintendo.
Doesn't Nintendo license all the amiibos?
Yeah, they do, but
Listen,
the thing is, I like Yacht Club Games. They rarely put out anything bad.
How many games
In
have they
fact,
made?
One.
Okay then.
But the thing is, there are X Way Forward employees, and is there a bad Way Forward game?
I don't know.
Nope.
It's like
Not really.
it's like
No.
having a good
You ever played
credit
a Shantae
score
game?
when you first start out doing
Yeah.
things for credit.
The thing with it though is that yes, Shovel Knight is one game, but they've done 4 campaigns for it, which
They keep
is
supporting it.
Shovel of Hope, Plague of Shadows, Spectre of Torment, and now King of Cards.
Well, I feel like
And-
if they started to do other things, they wouldn't have like if instead of just focusing on that one game, like if they did another game afterwards, Shovel Knight would not. I feel like it would not have nearly as much content and stuff as it does now because of all their focus being on that.
Yeah.
That's
true.
something else.
Yeah. So what's your
But
last topic?
the quality of Shovel Knight speaks for itself.
Not in a sarcastic
I wasn't fucking done.
So
Not
what's
in a
your last
sarcastic way.
So are we done here?
No, we're
last
not
one?
done.
God fuck.
Oh, it is.
And now welcome to Jacob's Aquatic Corner, where I talk about Subnautica for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna time your ass.
Okay, Jacob. I don't want to shit on you.
Alright.
I don't want to.
Why do you
No.
people always act like this?
I don't want to shit on.
I
any...
wanna share things
Listen to
I
me.
like.
I don't.
Listen to John.
I don't want to shit on any of your topics. Is that none of us can relate to it? Like, do
Fine,
you want
fine,
me
I'll
to just?
skip it, I'll
But like,
skip
do
it.
you want me to just talk about one thing that I know and none of you guys know for like 20 minutes?
It's okay for 5 minutes.
For 5, like, yeah, but like, I don't want to shit on
You
you,
have to-
Jacob.
No,
Is that like
it's-
this is a
it's fine.
discussion?
It's fine. I'll
That's-
skip it. I don't need to talk about Subnautica. I'm done with my topics.
Well, what was your gaming question for the members? I think
Yeah,
it was
you had
last
like
week.
you say you had like a gaming
Okay,
topic at the end.
last episode, Daniel presented us the question of what was your question again? Something
It was
about,
like
Gaming
what,
numbers.
what
like
game
three-
could you never part with, or
Right,
like
what
what
games
game
could
could
you
you
never-
never uninstall or anything like
or
that.
give away,
all right.
have
Well,
taken away from you.
my
You know,
question,
we should let Jonathan answer that since
Yeah, because he didn't answer it last time.
All right, me.
Well, he wasn't here.
Okay, a game that I can never part
you could
with.
never like
can
if you
never
had
get
it on
rid
your
of.
Steam, like you'd never wanted to uninstall it, or like if you
Had it physically.
on a console or something,
Never
you,
get rid of the
you'd
disc or
never get
anything.
rid of it.
A game if it was ever taken away from you, you'd have like congestive heart failure.
3 at most.
Um,
You can only choose 3.
Skyrim for one. I play that like that's my go-to game if I just want to
Ew.
forget about the world.
Shit on Jonathan.
Just shit on Jonathan Day. I love Skyrim. I love Borderlands, either 1 or 2.
Lit.
Either one. That's my favorite game just ever made. And Minecraft. I'd say Minecraft.
I said Minecraft on mine.
Because like that's like the most common game I know / have.
It's like the
just-
default game that
Wait,
we
didn't you-
always go to.
yeah.
You said
I said Minecraft, Uncharted 2,
and
and-
Sunshine,
Super Mario Sunshine.
and you
Well,
said
actually, can I take back Skyrim? I'm gonna add Smash Brothers to that. 'Cause
Which
I
one?
love Project
better?
M. It's my favorite version of Smash
fucking
Bros.
noob ass piece of
I
shit.
love it. It's my favorite version. I can play
It's
it
fine.
for
It's
Project
a
M is
good
years.
version.
I do like Project M, but I do prefer.
I
4.
cannot stop playing that game. Like I love Smash.
Mine were
Yours
Ratchet
was
Deadlocked, Uncharted 2, Battlefield 3. So I can remember right now. I think there was one more.
Mine was fuck, I think mine was Slide 3, Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal, and Uncharted 2.
I don't fucking remember. All
Jacob,
that.
Jacob spent like 20
I had
minutes.
like a list of 12.
Jacob had like 20 minutes where he was trying to condense that list down.
Okay, so what's
let's
your,
not
okay,
put
Yeah,
it again.
what's your
Well, yeah, what's your
what's your
question?
question?
Okay, my question is
quest.
my question actually has to do with Smash Brothers.
Cool.
What franchise representation would you like to be made into a stage in the inevitable next Smash Brothers entry? Why would you want it, and why should it happen? And how would it be a good stage?
Just stage, not character or anything.
Not stage. We're not. Sorry. Just stage. We're not talking characters. Just stage.
Just stage.
And it can be from anything, or is it just Nintendo?
Has to be Nintendo.
Something realistic.
I
Like something that could realistically, technically happen.
I want a Shrek stage.
I said realistic.
That is realistic, though.
Are you denying my imagination, Jacob?
Get out! Yes,
know.
get out of my swamp.
Fuck.
We can always pause the podcast to let everyone think.
A
Yeah,
realistic
that's
one?
a hard ass question.
Because I can say like 10 shit right now, like 10 things right now,
I have
but they're
something
not
in
realistic.
mind, but I have to think of the reasons.
Yeah.
Because like I'd go like maybe like a Borderlands kind of theme. Because like I like the art style. You can have like things just happen in the background.
Cell shading.
Yeah, like the
I
cell
love cel-shaded
shading.
Borderlands.
I
Like
think-
that'd be really interesting
That would be
stage.
cool.
I think we're going to pause the podcast to let everyone mull it over.
Okay.
We will be right back.
Y'all some bitch ass niggas.
Holy shit! I didn't realize this was going to tear the fabric of the universe apart. We're alive now.
Left cast.
Hello.
All right, since Jonathan is the most eager, let's go ahead and hear your stage.
All right, fuckers. It's gonna get real. All right, so I thought I'm assuming that there has been a Lego game on the Nintendo or
Correct,
something.
there has.
Yes.
Okay, so how about we have a fucking Lego stage where like it's kind of like where you can create one or it's randomly generated every time that you open it, and there's like in the background it could be like a kid's room with like kids playing Legos or like maybe different characters playing with Legos. That'd be interesting.
There was that Lego City game that was released on the Wii U.
There we go. We can have like a Lego City stage. Why should it happen? Because it's fucking cool.
That's basically my reason.
Fair enough.
There we go.
And you pretty much justified how it's a good stage. See, was that so difficult?
Yes, it actually was.
Y'all are weak.
You're weak.
So
You want to fight, bro?
All right, let's go.
Weak.
I'm not.
Daniel?
I was not good at answering this because I just don't know enough stuff about like the context of the question. But Jonathan came up with a Minecraft stage, and
damn.
I'm stealing it.
Daniel, that's a creative idea.
That is a creative idea, isn't it?
Oh, so
Left.
Literally, what you just said is what I was formulating in my mind. Like you could have like each time you start the stage, it's like a different stage. Like it's
It can be like in the
so,
Nether.
yeah,
It
you
could
could
be
you
in
could
the
have a
end.
different biome and it could have like a little cave or something, you know.
It's like
or-
we can have like temples in the back or villages,
yeah.
stuff like that.
and like if you have like you have ores and stuff that you can like somehow use to like help you do some magic shit.
yeah,
I
they
don't
could be
know.
like items on the
Yeah.
on the stage.
But yeah, so I mean, literally what you were saying about the Legos is
Alright.
what I was thinking.
Me and Daniel on the Lego slash Minecraft corner over
building
here.
shit.
On the building shit. Or you go, Kevin.
No, that's my
Kevin.
Oh, nah, bro.
Go. You're fucking enthusiastic.
My idea's better than yours, so go.
What the fuck? All right, then, let's hear it.
Damn,
Let's hear
okay.
it.
Go, Kevon.
Let's hear it.
Fucking say it.
Let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
I don't have
Okay.
one.
I was thinking.
We're all going. Just
I know.
go.
I know. I was thinking a Shantae stage because. I mean,
Yeah, you're
fuck
right.
it.
That is a shitty idea.
It's so fucking shitty. But
I think it's a great idea.
I fucking like it. You
course
can
you
have
would
like
think
I
it
don't
was
know,
a
fucking
great
Shantae dancing about in the fucking background. I'm not good.
my
I'm not
God.
fucking good.
Hey,
at this,
I all the blood would rush to my dick instead of
won't
where it
be able
needs to be.
I won't be able to focus.
and why it should happen? Because I mean, it's fucking Shantae. It's 2D.
It's
It's fun.
it's indie, so like
It's
indie.
an erection
You get-
And it's kind of,
inducing-
I mean, like the
thing.
playstyle is kind of similar to Smash, I guess, with the whole 2D side scroller things.
we got
So-
like Shantae as like an assistant character.
assist
Yeah.
track.
Like whenever they had Ridley on the stage,
Right.
that you can hit her, and she goes just fight for you.
Yeah.
She can use her hair and
Something
shit.
like that.
Bullshit.
All right.
Yep.
She has like the different transformations.
Yeah, the
like
different
the monkey
dances.
latches on and just beats the shit out of
Monkey
someone.
dance,
Like Diddy.
Shit.
wyvern dance, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Crab
There we
dance,
go.
That's a good
mermaid
stage.
dance, whatever.
And I bet that wasn't difficult to think of at all.
No,
Oh
it
my
wasn't.
god.
Okay.
It actually
so,
wasn't.
Okay, so for mine,
Shit.
What is
Shit
it?
idea.
What is it? Perfect idea, man.
Motherfucker.
stage based off Tasmanian Tiger.
What a load of bush.
Because those were on the GameCube.
Great.
And the games that are on Steam right now, they plan to come to consoles, so it would fit
That's
a
a
new
shitty
Smash
idea.
Bros. since they're aiming to put them onto the Switch.
Gross.
So they can make a map that starts out at Rainbow Cliffs, and then kind of like the Mario maps, you travel to the other parts
like
of the
how
game.
constantly scrolling and shit.
You could travel to different parts of the first game and even the sequels. Maybe the first game, since be keep it more
It's
contained.
smallest. Yeah.
Map will be like a flat stage but themed with tie, and then for like do want to be have hazards on the map. You can have it so like boulders could fall from like the one spot. I forget what the name of the level is, but there's that part where you gotta dodge boulders. Could have some fall to the map there.
That's like
could
every
have
stage.
like frills come running through. And then that's just off the top of my head. There could be some way better hazards for tie. I'm going off the first game mainly, but I'm pretty much ignoring.
That's the
2 or
best.
3.
What a genius idea, Savant.
That's so fucking good.
Oscar-
That's so much better than
Oscar-winning.
mine.
Yours is so much better than fucking Keith.
I'm glad you all can admit that.
I fucking agree. Fuck my idea.
No, I got a stage. A Hulk 03 stage.
Oh yeah.
Fuck out of my
Best
house,
stage.
B.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Have
not-
to have that Honko 3 theme
Let's not
playing
do
the
this.
entire time.
The best part of the stage right there, then.
Jacob, do you have an answer?
Yes, I do.
He thought of the
Matter
damn
of
question.
fact. I came up with the question. I have my own answer.
All right.
Let's fucking hear it.
All right. I would like to see a stage based off of classic Nintendo 64 Rareware games. You could start out in Spiral Hill and have the cheery music as the like Banjo-Kazooie characters are running about in the background, and then Gruntilda descends from her den and releases a magic spell that teleports you to the Cock and Plucks bar from Conker's Bad Fur Day, or perhaps a Perfect Dark stage, and just have a giant stage based on classic Rareware Nintendo 64 titles, because they were the absolute kings of collectathon games, and they were a staple of the Nintendo 64 era.
Do you think Rare would actually allow them to do that though?
I think they would with enough talking between the two, because Square Enix was completely against working with Nintendo, and yet somehow we got Cloud and Smash, and we somehow got a Geno skin for the Mii.
I mean,
So if Square and Nintendo can let bygones be bygones, then I think that a Microsoft can allow Rare intellectual properties onto a cameo in a Smash Brothers game, considering the history.
well, like Microsoft only cares about money though.
Yeah.
They don't.
So
they
does
don't care about
Nintendo.
the fans.
Nintendo's the same, so that's the one thing they kind of just fuck on each other.
Let's pay
It
for
could
it.
realistically happen, though.
Yeah, let's pay for it.
And that is my answer.
Sweet.
All right.
That's
So
the
my idea was
question that
shitty,
broke
then.
the family apart.
No, your idea was
No, it
great.
It was lit.
It was great. You got praise from everyone.
Shantae
Piece
was
of
a
shit.
Shantae was a top pick for a character for
Was
Smash
she?
Brothers. Yeah, she was.
Shantai.
And that's
Along
famous on
with
the start
along
of
with
3DS.
Shovel Knight and the Inklings, and Simon Belmont.
You wanna
And
The
sign-
most
Shrek
recent one,
and
one of the
Goku.
most popular recent
Goku.
one. Was on
He was
3DS.
on
Yeah,
the
Ghost
list.
Revenge.
Ooh.
Yeah, people actually know that.
If anything, that fucker from Chrono Trigger. I mean,
Chrono.
Whatever his name
That's
is.
literally his name.
that's his name, Chrono.
That's literally his name. Chrono.
If anything, Chrono. I mean, he
Goku.
was,
That
he
one
was-
guy from
he was
Sonic the
designed-
Hedgehog.
He was designed by Akira Toriyama, so I mean, there you
Goku looking
go.
ass nigga.
The one guy from Mario Odyssey. I forgot his name.
Shit.
Left.
Bowser. Sounds like that creepy Bowser's laugh.
I
All right, that was everything. So if you actually stay with us this long, bless you.
bless you.
This has been an absolute train
This
wreck.
was a straight-
Do we just want to cut it, or do we want to talk about the games we've been
I
playing?
think we should just cut. Personally.
Yeah.
We're good.
Real talk.
How long has it been?
How long has it been going?
It has been an hour and 43
Fucking-
minutes.
All right,
Yeah,
we're cut
just
it.
go.
All right, we're done here then.
So
Have a good night,
So
everyone.
everyone wants to
Do
do
the
their
intro-
outros?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
outros.
everyone do their outros.
Ultras.
I'm Cooper Clear 13. Whatever. Next.
Jonathan.
You can find me on my new channels that I'm gonna start uploading tomorrow. I'm gonna call it the Wheels Up channel. I'm gonna make a Twitter. I'm gonna make a Facebook. I'm gonna make a Steam account. If you wanna
Don't
keep
support that
your
shit.
wheels
And a
up,
Pornhub
and a
account.
Pornhub account. Yeah, if you wanna keep your
Premium Pornhub
keep your
account.
fucking wheels up, find me on everything. I'm gonna make it everything.
For our not as smart viewers, that was all memes. That's not actually happening.
It's happening.
It could realistically
I'm
happen.
going to
though.
make
Could
this
realistically,
happen.
you know what?
That-
Fuck me. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. It's going to happen.
All right.
You guys are gonna get. You
I
guys.
better
are gonna get
see that
fucking-
channel in my inbox tomorrow. I better get an invite
Yeah.
to subscribe.
You
All
better
right,
subscribe.
Copperhead 212.
What should I say this time?
You can find me.
I don't know. It's up
Could
to
I-
you.
I could no. I could probably spice it up.
No.
Find me fucking your sister.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Yep. Find me fucking your sister.
Soon you're just gonna be quoting Pink Guy songs just as your outro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, follow home.
I'm not.
Yeah, no. no.
Phone.
Monty.
The shit's
Jacob.
All right.
Jacob.
Savati Jacob.
I am Jacob of RetroTech. You can find me on Twitter at RetroTech.com. So you can also find my photography and various other multimedia works on DeviantArt. That is at jacob-of-retrotech.deviantart.com. You can also find me on Steam, and I'm also on Instagram at RetroTechComs. You can also find me on Facebook, and I believe that is everything.
Cobra Clan 13 Twitter.
You already did yours.
Oh,
Man.
well,
You
I'll
didn't
go
do
fuck.
yours.
I'll do it again.
I'm charging you for that shit.
Oh.
Find me
Okay,
up
alright,
on
that's
Wheels
fine.
Up.
Go ahead.
That's
And
insane.
Don't
literally
give a
any
damn about me.
website.
All right. Valorant 1, Twitter, YouTube, Switch,
This shit went left.
PSN, all this shit.
You have
this
a Twitch?
podcast with yeah.
Do you stream?
I did.
We're gonna
Go
start
on, bitch.
streaming tomorrow, guys.
Oh my
Tune in.
Bullshit.
8 to 7 all day.
Don't promise that.
Just follow me on all those. Join the Vanguard, because if you don't join it, you got no sauce, no paper, no clout, and no juice. So join
Otherwise,
the
that
Vanguard.
means you're not a virgin.
All 12 of our viewers, you better tune in tomorrow.
So join I'm not streaming the shit tomorrow.
We're gonna
He's
stream.
gonna stream his live reaction.
I'm gonna kill myself because of all the homework I gotta do.
We're gonna
So,
stream. We're gonna stream
just
Sonic
do
Mania.
that.
It's gonna be great.
I can't stream because of the Duvo probably, but yeah.
End
Peace.
it now.
It's,
Good
it's
night.
over.
Goodbye.
Keep it
Goodbye.
simple, guys.
I'm sorry.
Keep your wheels up.
If
This
you-
has been an absolute fucking train wreck. I hope you realize.
I blame